Okay, so let us start. So what I will be doing is, since it is not my first webinar, since we have a big audience, I am going to not allow everyone to chat or disrupt the meeting. At the same time, your mics have been muted. I will be speaking for 3.5 hours, can go up to 4 hours also, depending on how things are. Sit back, enjoy, get some popcorn, get your breakfast, get your cup of coffee, sit back and enjoy. I will give you ample time for doubts. If the meeting gets prolonged, don't worry, I will again come on Wednesday. We'll do a big doubt session. We can do another one on Sunday also. So please try to learn as much as possible. One more ask I have from all of you is, today we're learning something new. And this is something that I would say 95% have not been doing on a regular basis. I have started to familiarize the point and figure charts from June 2022, and I'm trying to get your interest into this field. So please try to remove this mental block that this is difficult. After 3 hours of training today, I will assure you that you will find this much easier than your candlestick charting. So let me begin. So first of all, thank you very much, all of you, for tuning in. This is one of my bigger seminars that I'm holding. We have currently over 350 participants. So I'm more than grateful to all of you. So how did I get started personally in the point and figure charting? So I have been doing point and figure charting since January of this year, but I never really placed importance and emphasis on that. It was actually in June, or I would say in the month of May 2022, when I was studying my CMT curriculum, and when I was looking at what topic comes for what marks in the examination, I saw that out of 120 marks in the paper, 10 marks approximately comes to point and figure chart. And this is something I have never ever placed emphasis on. So I asked myself, I said, Devang, let's go on YouTube and do some research. And to my surprise, there is not much available on YouTube, and there is not much even available on Google to understand what the point and figure chart is. So what I did is, I am a little bit mad. What I mean by that is, whenever I get after someone, I go full deep into this. So I ordered 4 books. Number 1 is the CMT curriculum. I ordered that book. Number 2, I ordered these 3 books. And these are the 4 books I have used to create my presentation. If anyone wants to go deeper into this field of point and figure charting, please order these books. They are really God-gifted material. So I have read Point and Figure Charting by Thomas Dorsey. I have also read, this is a very detailed book, The Definitive Guide to Point and Figure Chart by Jeremy Du Plesis. And then if you want an Indian author, he's one of the very reputed authors in India, Prashant Shah, The Advanced Way, How to Trade the Market, the Point and Figure Way. So these are 3 books. If you want to start your journey, I will say start with Thomas Dorsey, then read Prashant Shah's book, and in the end, you can do Jeremy Du Plesis. And once I went deeper and once I delved deeper into this field, I really found things started to look at ease. You know, there is one question people ask me every single day when I post my commentary on Telegram or whenever people trade. You know, they ask me, Devang, how do you know aaj long karna hai, short karna hai? They ask me this question, Devang, there is so much volatility in the current market. Karna kya hai, yaar? We are getting trapped on both sides. You will be surprised to know that markets in the last 2-3 days have moved a lot. Even yesterday, even day before yesterday, we've seen ups and downs with huge volatile swings. But the point and figure charts have not changed. The point and figure chart, what was on Thursday, is the same on Friday. There is no change in them. So the point and figure chart helps you make a very simple view. And when the point and figure chart readings will change, then it will very simply tell everyone to take part in that trade. So let me quickly brush up, where are we using these point and figure charts from? First of all, I am not going to, I would say, recommend using it on tradingview.com. I think now, since this year, you can use point and figure charts even on the TradingView platform. But I do not recommend. Please try not to do so. What I will recommend is you go to the website of StockCharts.com. A lot of people ask me that, Devang, can only paid members use StockCharts? But I went on incognito tab on my MacBook. And even if I'm not a member, I can go into the point and figure charting. One thing I can't do is, if I'm not a member, I can't use the dashboard option. And the only thing that you want right now is the predefined scan. So for example, When will the point and figure chart say? अब यहाँ देखिए, यहाँ पर एक scan है, bullish point and figure patterns, bearish point and figure patterns. I agree, this you can't look at if you're not a member. But again, you don't need all these things. In my last 7 years, 8 years of experience, I really haven't have a watch list of telling me when to buy, when to short. I'm not having an engineering background, so I'm probably a little bit backward in that. So how do I open a point and figure chart of any company? Can I just use it on Indian market? It can be used everywhere. The point and figure chart is just a charting technique. So let me first show you where we get it from. Then we will resume our presentation. So let me open the platform. Go to stockcharts.com. On the search symbol, for example, write Nifty. Search Nifty, and you will see that there are many options available. What do you want? So for example, we are looking for Nifty 50 index. StockCharts has the Indian markets inbuilt. It's a US platform. So I don't want to click on this chart. This is your normal chart. I want Nifty 50 XOXO. Isko click karo. When you click on this, the Nifty 50 point and figure chart will open. It's as simple as that. Everything is inbuilt. The trend lines, the XNOs, everything is done. Aapko kuch nahi karna. You just have to spend 2-3 minutes and see what the chart is telling you and make a trade. That's all. With respect to the settings, I don't want you all to change anything. I am perfectly fine with the settings that they are. And we will delve deeper into these settings later. But jo bhi mere paas settings hai, time period I will recommend daily rakho. Isko change mat karo. We follow a top-down approach. So isko hum daily hi rakhenge. The type is high-low. It is perfectly fine. And everything. The chart scaling is traditional. Reversal is 3. What are these things? Yes, sab karenge. बहुत detail में करेंगे. But all I am saying is जो settings थी, मैंने कोई change नहीं करी है. If your settings are changed, you can tune into what I have on the system. So let us understand what a point and figure chart is. So I have prepared a presentation for you, and I hope you enjoy it. So the advanced point and figure charting. First of all, who is the person who is accredited with the point and figure chart? You will be surprised to know that there is no founder of point and figure chart. For example, if you have Bollinger Bands, if you are someone who uses Bollinger Bands, you know it's John Bollinger. If you're someone who uses RSI, I believe it's been Wallace Wilder who got the RSI concept out. So everything that you've learned till now in your life, you know someone has brought that out. But with the point and figure chart, there is no one. But one thing is that in the early 1900s, even before 1900s, there was Charles Dow. Everyone knows who Charles Dow is. He was the person who is accredited for the Dow theory, which is the base of technical analysis. He is someone who has named the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the Dow Jones Railroad Average. ये सारे indices after him hai. If anyone's getting deeper into technical analysis, he is the person that you have to study thoroughly. But we're not going to get into that. But since this concept is from 1900s, from 1880s, and since Charles Dow at that point of time was called the father of technical analysis, that is why everyone says that point and figure chart is accredited to Charles Dow. Okay? If you ask me, we all use candlestick charting. 5% of us might be using the platform of bar charting, but actually these platforms, jo hamara charting hai, candlesticks, this were only familiarized in America in 1991. Ever since Steve Nyson, who is known for his book on candlestick charting, got the concept from Japan to America. Before 1991, the Western world didn't even know what candlestick is. So I hope that this concept also gets more traction in the years to come. So why do we use point and figure charting? There are 3 major characteristics that I would like to point out why we need to look at point and figure charting. First of all, it has simple, well-defined rules. इसका क्या मतलब है? मुझे लोग बोलेंगे यार ये इसमें क्या आप क्या सिखा रहे हो? If I ask you simple, well-defined rules का मतलब क्या है? I'll side by side even go on candlestick chart. Please let me tell you one thing. I am a thorough analyst on and trader on candlestick charts. I am nowhere saying this is useless. I am nowhere saying that. All I am saying is that you can use point and figure chart to add a dimension to your analysis. If I ask you today, अगर मैं आप लोगों से एक बात पूछता हूं, and I will open the mic for the chat for discussion. You can put it on the chat. Can anyone tell me in the chat what is the support of Nifty? कोई मुझे बता सकता है? आप लोग traders हो. We are currently about 270 people on this meeting. आप लोगों के लिए support कहां पर है Nifty का? आप खुद अपने आंसर्स पढ़ना, मैं कुछ बोलूंगा नहीं. Someone is saying 17.4, 17.2, 16.8, multi support 17.350. आपको मेरा समझ आ गया मैं क्या कहना चाहता हूं? सबके आंसर्स अलग हैं, किसी को पता ही नहीं आंसर क्या है. कोई बोलता है सपोर्ट ये है, कोई बोलता है सपोर्ट ये है, कोई बोलता है सपोर्ट ये है. There is no simple, well-defined rule. Everyone has a different methodology. But if I go to the point and figure chart, यहां पर सपोर्ट क्लियर है. द सपोर्ट इज प्लेस्ड एट 17,350. ये मैंने कैसे निकाला ये मैं आपको सिखाऊंगा. ये सपोर्ट सबके लिए सेम है. रेजिस्टेंस इज प्लेस्ड एट 17,750 एंड 17,950. ये सबके लिए सेम है, इसमें कोई चेंज नहीं है. वेदर आई एम अ बिगिनर, वेदर आई एम एन एडवांस्ड ट्रेडर ऑफ पॉइंटर फिगर चार्ट, ये सबके लिए सेम है. सो दिस इज एडिंग यूनिफॉर्मिटी टू द एनालिसिस. This is why we are using point and figure charting. Number 2, it ignores price reversals that are below minimum price of the box price. ये चीज, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट प्रिंसिपल है. Point and figure charting is known to mute out, to ignore any insignificant points or any insignificant moves. ये वही लिखा है. It will ignore any price reversals that are below minimum price move that is set by you. और ये minimum price move क्या है ये आप सेट करोगे. मैं एग्जांपल दे देता हूं, मैं आपको एग्जांपल दे देता हूं. ये मेरे पास आज निफ्टी का चार्ट है, राइट? एंड मैं आपको एक चीज दिखाता हूं. आई विल आल्सो ओपन द पॉइंट एंड फिगर चार्ट. द पॉइंट एंड फिगर चार्ट में अगर आप ऑब्जर्व करते हैं द स्केल दैट आई हैव हैड, यू कैन सी दैट निफ्टी का एवरी 50 पॉइंट का स्केल है, राइट? अगर पॉइंट एंड फिगर चार्ट, जस्ट टू गिव यू वेरी बेसिक्स अबाउट इट, हम ये डिटेल में करेंगे. एक्स बेसिकली मींस अप मूवमेंट. जब भी मार्केट ऊपर जाता है इट इज डिनोटेड बाय एक्स, सो यू कैन से ये बुलिश है. एंड मार्केट्स व्हेन दे मूव डाउन इज डिनोटेड बाय ओज. आपको मैं एक बड़ी सिंपल सी बात बताता हूं. करंटली मार्केट्स हैव फॉलन डाउन. इफ यू लुक एट द कैंडलस्टिक चार्ट आल्सो, कुछ बड़ा सेल ऑफ आया है. And whenever a big sell-off will come, you will see that the column from X will change to O. ये क्यों होता है हम सब करेंगे. But all I am saying is market fell quite significantly from 17,750 to 17,500. 250 पॉइंट का मूव बहुत बड़ा होता है. So अब मैं आपको बड़ी सिंपल सी बात बोलता हूं. If I want to get a X now from a zero, currently I am in the column of zero. अगर मेरे को अपना डायरेक्शन चेंज कर X में आना है, it will not come if market goes up 50 points. वो नहीं आएगा. If you look at my settings, हमने यहाँ लिखा हुआ है reversal method is 3. तो जब market 3 times ऊपर जाएगा, only then will my X come. मतलब क्या है? Currently I am at 17,550. If the market goes 1 column up, 2 column up and 3 column up at 17,700, only then an X will come, telling you that now the markets are looking comfortable. But if, for example, on Monday, the markets are opening at 17,600, the markets are opening at 17,650, there will be no change in the point and figure chart. Because for the reversal to take place, I need a minimum price move. And the move that I have set and the move that you need to set is nothing but 3. So I hope this point is also clear. Any insignificant price moves, 50 points, 100 points, the point and figure chart will not care about it. And this is where candlestick chartists get problematic. अब for example, आप अगर notice करते हैं, market यहाँ से 50-60 point ऊपर गया, यार देवांग let's go long. But ये insignificant move है. आप long कर रहे हो, but there is no difference in the point and figure chart. So please try to understand this. Thirdly, there is no time factor. Just one thing I want to add. If anyone's a follower of Gann, you might have noticed or you might have learned that W.D. Gann used a technique called swing charting. Everyone says, yaar, hame Gann ki tarah market seekhna hai. And I always say that even if I know 1% of what Gann knows, I'll be very, very happy. But Gann swing charting and point and figure charting have very big similarities. Very, very big similarities because both came from a same time period. Anyways, number 3 point is there is no time factor. टाइम फैक्टर का मतलब क्या है? टाइम फैक्टर का ये मतलब है आप पॉइंट एंड फिगर चार्ट को ऑब्जर्व करिए. इफ आई कैन गो ऑन द कैंडलस्टिक चार्ट, आई विल गो ऑन अ डेली चार्ट. ऑन द डेली कैंडलस्टिक चार्ट, एवरी सिंगल कैंडल इज सेइंग आज का ये प्राइस था, कल का ये प्राइस है, परसों का ये प्राइस है. सो यू आर पर यूनिट ऑफ टाइम. योर वर्टिकल एक्सिस इज प्राइस, horizontal axis is time. So time is a crucial element. If I go on the point and figure chart, you will see there is no time. I'm very sorry. There is no time. So market can go up as much as it wants. It doesn't care about the time. And the most important, why we do point and figure chart is because this is telling you what is the trend. Point and figure chart is responsible for telling you what's the major trend. It doesn't care about time. But you will see one thing, that there are certain numbers on the chart. For example, there is a number 4. Now this is time. Matlab, 4th is April. 4th month is April. What this is telling you is कि at the starting of April, ये movement हो रहा था. It doesn't care what happens in the middle of April. It doesn't care. What it is telling you, in the starting of May, ये हुआ था. In the end, पूरे May में ये ups and downs है. In the starting of June, ये हुआ था. 6th month is June. In the starting of July, ये हुआ था. In the starting of August, ये हुआ था. Now, when the month of September will start, whenever the September का first day will start, number 9 will be written on the point and figure chart. And when the month of October, November and December will start, it is not denoted by 10, 11, 12. It is denoted by A, B, and C. You can note it down. It is not in my presentation. The months that are denoted, because you want to see starting point kya hai. 1 to 9 are the months from January to September. 10, 11, 12 is not in the point and figure chart. 10, 11, 12, which is October, November, and December, is denoted by A, B, and C. That is something we will see once we head into October. Okay? I just want to ask you, some people are saying that I am not audible. Can anyone tell me in the chat if I'm audible? My voice is clear, guys? आपको आवाज आ रहा है ना मेरा? ठीक है. So please, if I'm not audible, just make sure that your mic is not muted. So this is the basic fundamentals of what point and figure chart are. काफी benefits होते हैं as compared to a simple candlestick chart. I will go forward. The point and figure chart is summarized as follows. As I said earlier, whenever the market is rallying, जब भी market का breakout है, whenever the markets are going up, the upswing is represented by X's. Whenever you see an X on the point and figure chart, matlab market is going up. Whenever the market is going down, the downwards column, the downswings are denoted by O's. That's all. Candlestick में क्या होता है? Green and red, hollow and filled. यहाँ पर क्या होता है? X for up, O for down. As simple as that. And as I said already earlier, a mark will not be placed unless until a minimum price change occurs. And that minimum price change for me is number 3. जब तक 3 times market move नहीं करेगा, my point and figure chart will not change. ये हम बहुत examples करेंगे, ये आपका मैं concept clear कर दूंगा, but you should know what the basic X is and what the basics O are. Secondly, this is very important. There are 2 components that you have to know before we go deeper into the point and figure chart. The first component is called the box size. Box size क्या होता है मैं एक बार दिखा देता हूं. I don't want you to mug up the presentation, but आप एक बात को समझिए. I've opened the chart of Nifty. Can you see the scale? The scale is nothing but the box size. Scale मतलब क्या है? That Nifty, the distance between the grids are 50 rupees. 600, 650, 700, 750. This is called the box size. If I open the chart of, for example, ICICI Bank, click on ICICI Bank. I'll open the chart of ICICI Bank, NSE, point and figure chart. You can see that ICICI Bank has a predefined box size of 5. So I don't want you to start and change the box size. You can always change the box size depending upon the analysis that you're doing. But just for the time being, I would say for 3-4 months at least, master the predefined box size. तो जो ये स्केल है इसको बोलते हैं बॉक्स साइज, ठीक है। So point and figure charts are constructed with X and O's and they have sensitivity, box size. This is called the box size. It can be 1 point, half a point, 50 point, 100 point, कुछ भी हो सकता है. Currently, the box size for Bank Nifty is actually 500 points. No matter whatever value is assigned, do not plot an X and O until the price has reached the next interval. इसका क्या मतलब है? If ICICI Bank will hit 885, आज आईसीआईसीआई बैंक का प्राइस 870 है. ये बड़ा सिंपल एंड बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है. प्लीज ट्राई टू फॉलो विद मी. आई टोल्ड यू अर्लियर दैट यू नीड अ मिनिमम रिवर्सल ऑफ 3 टू गेट अ 0. इफ यू वांट द डायरेक्शन फ्रॉम एक्स टू चेंज टू ओ मतलब डाउन, एक्स मतलब अप. इफ यू वांट द डायरेक्शन टू चेंज, यू वांट मिनिमम रिवर्सल ऑफ 3. तो आप अगर नोटिस करो, you will ask me that Devang, from 880 price has come to 870, but still we don't have a 0 because there is not 3-point movement. क्या मतलब? 1, 2 and 3. If tomorrow ICICI Bank comes to 865, only then a 0 will come on the chart, otherwise 0 will not come. At the same time, X कब आएगा? When you are in the same direction. When you hit 885, आप notice करोगे, if I open the chart of ICICI Bank, please observe करना, ICICI Bank must not have touched 885. The high currently is what? 879 or 880. That is the reason आपका 885 का level touch नहीं हुआ. मैं X को mark नहीं कर सकता. When I'm going in the same direction, currently we are in the direction of X's. So I don't need the rule of 3. Matlab, I can mark an X whenever 885 comes. Whenever 890 comes, I will draw an X. But if I want to go in the opposite direction, I want to go 3 columns down. Matlab, from 880, 875, 870, 865. तो कल अगर यहाँ पर price आएगा, then a 0 will come. So this is a basic fundamental of point and figure chart. For example, ये example आपका doubt clear कर देगा. If point and figure chart box size is 50, right? And we are currently going higher, 50, 100, 150, 200. अगर एक price move आता है, if a price move is coming from 50 to 99, you will ignore that price move. Why? Because your box size or your scale is 50 and 100. If your high is 99, you can't draw the X. Your candlestick chart will give you a big bullish candle. Oh my God, itna bada bullish candle. But for your point and figure chart, it is meaningless. Because for the point and figure chart, unless until you are coming to 100, then only you can draw an X. Only then you can draw an X. I hope it is clear. Secondly, box sizes can be anything. If you look at the current market, Microsoft has a box size of $4. Every $4 Microsoft का box size है. IBM का box size $2 है. Dow Jones has a box size of 500 points. So it is predefined. आपने कुछ नहीं करना, it is predefined. Preference should be given to the price movements that continue in the direction of the current trend. इसका क्या मतलब है? If the market is going higher, so at the next box size आप X दबाओगे. At the next box size आप X दबाओगे. So you are giving preference to the movement happening in the current direction. If the trend is up, and the new high price is tested, आप X दबा दोगे. Whatever I have explained right now. ठीक है? Secondly, the choice of the box size will make the chart more or less sensitive. बड़ी simple सी बात है. If you are using a small box size, you will see a lot of volatility, a lot of changes. Imagine the box size of Nifty is 10. मतलब हर 10 point के बाद Nifty का box size है. So it will become nothing like a candlestick chart. हर box में up, down, up, down, up, down. It will become volatile. And that is what we don't want. The reason I'm using point and figure chart is to ignore volatility, to ignore insignificant price moves. So I want box size to be large. I don't want it to be very, very large. Because अगर बहुत large हो गया तो मेरा signal, मेरी entry will get delayed. At the same time, it should not be very, very small because you will get too volatile. It will get too choppy. So if you are a point and figure chartist looking for long-term price action, you want large box size. If you are a point and figure chartist looking for Trading, short-term movements, you want shorter time price. So I can give you one rule. If you want to note it down in the future, अगर आप trading करते हो, if you are a trader, your box size should be 0.25%. Example दे देता हूं. If currently the price of Nifty, आप notice करना जो मैं दिखा रहा हूं, आप ये बात समझ जाएंगे. You can note it down also, and then I will open some doubts question. Don't worry. If you look at the chart of Nifty, the current price of Nifty is around 17,500. If I go to my calculator, right? If I go to my calculator, यहाँ पर मैं लिखता हूँ 17,500 multiply by 0.25%. This is coming up to 50 points approximately. तो अगर आप trading करते हो, then 0.25% is a good box size. If you are a medium-term trader, medium-term investor, then you can go for 1% of box size. मतलब your box size will become 150 for Nifty. Every 150 point will be the box size. If you are a long-term investor, people generally use the number of 3. People generally go to 3. मतलब आपका box size for Nifty will become 450 point, 500 point. So please, you can note down these numbers. You don't need it right now, but I'm hoping that in the future, if you want to master this, these are numbers that will help you out. Just one last part of the fundamentals, then we'll get into the technical part. Reversal size. मैंने ये point already clear कर दिया है. It is the number of boxes that are required to change from column of X to column of O's. We are currently in a column of X. Reversal size का मतलब वही है जो हम कर चुके हैं. In the chart of Nifty, we are currently in the column of O's. The box size is 50. If I want to change into a column of X, how much should I reverse? I have set my setting as 3. You can change it to 2. You can change it to 1. आप कुछ भी कर सकते हो, but I will recommend 3. मतलब अगर ये 3 बार ऊपर जाएगा, only then will I get X. Otherwise, I will not get an X on my point and figure chart. If I come to 17,500, because I am in the column of O's, I will give preference and give a 0 here. If tomorrow I come to 17,450, a 0 will come over here. But if I get a rally, मेरा X तभी बनेगा जब मैं 3 गुना ऊपर जाऊंगा, otherwise X नहीं बन सकता. So the point and figure chart can be 1 box reversal also. It can be 3 box also. 3 box is the something that we are using, something that is that it is known for. It can be 5 box also. Last thing, price, as I said, is there is on the y-axis, point and figure chart ke y-axis par you have the price. What is the price going on Nifty ka? But there is no time on the x-axis, as I've already explained that to you. We are not concerned about the time on the point and figure chart. Finally, how do you name a point and figure chart? If I tell you, yeah, guys, we are studying a 5 into 3 or a 5 by 3 point and figure chart, uska matlab kya hai? This is how we name it. Agar box size 10 hai and number of boxes required for reversal is 3, we will say it's a 10 by 3 box and figure chart. I will open the room for your for the chat. Can anyone tell me what is the naming of this point and figure chart जो मैं आपको दिखा रहा हूं? How will you name this point and figure chart? कोई मुझे बता सकता है? This will be called a 50 by 3 point and figure chart. I will give you another example because I will talk like this. आपको पता होना चाहिए मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं. I'll go to Nifty Bank. ठीक है? Nifty Bank में जाता हूं and Nifty Bank में थोड़ा सा the number is bigger. The box size, अब आप खुद बताओ. What is the naming of this point and figure chart? It is called 500 by 3. It is called a 500 by 3. Perfect. बिल्कुल ठीक है. So this is how we are naming the point and figure chart. So I'm assuming that you are understanding the basics. So जो आपके doubts है ना, थोड़ा सा मुझे आगे करने तो सब clear हो जाएंगे. ये बहुत important slide है. I want you all to pay a little bit attention to this. ठीक है? ये है how to draw the point and figure chart. How to draw the point and figure chart. Okay. Let us say we are currently in the column of X's. We are currently in the column of X's. How do I draw a new X? Or how do I know कि मुझे O दबाना है? I will show example. एक बार देख लो. If we are currently in the column of X's, आपको you have to ask yourself a question. Is today's high at least one box higher than the previous high? मैंने आपको क्या बताया था? That whenever I am, अच्छा बैंक निफ्टी का तो O है ना. Let me go in the column some guy which is bullish. I'll go to the chart of ICICI Bank because that is in the currently column of X's. I told you in the last ICICI Bank. थोड़ा सा मैंने गलत कर दिया. Just 1 second. ICICI Bank. Okay. We are currently in the column of X's. I told you in the last part that we will put preference to whatever is the current column right now. So what my presentation is saying is, ask yourself a question. Is today's high higher than the last high by one box? क्या मतलब है? आपने ये पूछना है, क्या today's high on the ICICI Bank is greater than 880? If you want to draw an X, you have to be higher than 880. So क्या आप higher than 880 हो? Secondly, if the answer is yes, I am higher than 880. Let us say today's high is 883. Today's high is 884. Then you will ask yourself, then you will say, I will enter a new X. But you will not enter a new X if the scale price is greater than today's high. बात को समझिए. Today's high is 884, but the scale is 885. You cannot draw an X. You might be higher than the last box, but you can't draw the X. If you are higher, you are 886, then you can draw the X. Why? Because at 886, you are higher than the last one box and you are higher than the scale price. So then your job is done. A new X will come on the point and figure chart. If the answer is no, that nahi, we are currently not higher than the last one box. क्या मतलब है इसका? That currently price is 880, but today's high is around 875. You are not higher than the last one box. Then what do? Then you will ask, is today's low at least 3 boxes below the highest box? Why 3 boxes? Because we are following the 3-day rule, the 3 reversal rule. आपने ये पूछना है, नंबर 1, क्या आप कल लास्ट हाई से ऊपर हो? नहीं हो. क्या आप लास्ट हाई से 3 boxes नीचे हो? Look at the chart right now. Today price is 870. Today last box is 880. Am I 3 boxes lower? I'm not, because 3 box lower will be 880 to 875 one box, 875 to 872 box, 870 to 888 3 box. So 865 will mark 3 boxes. That is what I said. अगर अब यहीं पे देखिए, if today's low is not at least 3 boxes lower, then your job is done. You will not do anything. Like as I told you, your candlestick chart. आप अब ये notice करो difference क्या होता है in the candlestick chart and in the point and figure chart. यही तो एक बड़ा important part है. Candlestick chart में doji बन गया. अरे यार, oh my God. Candlestick chart में red candle बन गया. Oh my God, we are going down. But the point and figure chart said nothing to worry. Still the uptrend is intact. We are still in the column of X's. The point and figure chart only at 865 will give you a column of O's. Only then will give you a column of O's. Now finally, if today's low is 3 boxes below the highest box, matlab if let us say today our low is 860, we are automatically 3 boxes below 880, then what do? Then what you will do is you will move right. जो आपका करंट कॉलम ऑफ एक्स है उससे आप एक कॉलम साइड पे जाएंगे और आप वहां पर यू विल ड्रॉ अ जीरो. You will draw a zero. You will enter a zero 1 box below the highest box. समझा देता हूं. What you will do is, for example, if tomorrow 865 level comes, so you will draw a zero from where? You will draw a zero at 875, 870 and 865. तो आप 880 का कॉलम ब्लैंक छोड़ दोगे and you will draw 875 per zero, 870 per zero and 865 per zero. As simple as that. The job is over. I can show you the same for Nifty because that has been done. And then I will just open a small room for doubts.
निफ्टी बैंक कर लो फॉर एग्जांपल. निफ्टी बैंक बड़ा सिंपल है. इफ यू लुक एट द चार्ट ऑफ निफ्टी बैंक, कैन यू सी द हाई इज 39,500. I will go on the Nifty bank chart. I already have it saved. Why didn't I get, why on the point and figure chart didn't I get 40,000 per X? The reason is because my high was only 39,700. So as I told you, I might be higher, but since I am below the scale price of 40,000, I can't draw the X. I am higher than the last X of 39,500, but I can't draw the X. I can now, अब आगे देखिए, after that a big fall came. The point and figure chart will tell you, is this fall significant or not? Zero कब आएगा? Zero तब आएगा if from 39,500, आपका last X is at 39,500. अगर मार्केट 3 बार गिरता है, 3 टाइम मतलब 500 is the box size into 3, 1,500. If the market comes to 38,000, 3 zeros will come. And you can clearly see that market gave you what? It gave you a 38,000 के नीचे का लो, 37,950. Because that level came, the point and figure chart में you left the highest box and you drew 3 zeros, 0, 0, 0. As simple as that. If I ask you right now, I'll open the chat right now. Okay. Can anyone tell me when will market give me an X? I am currently at 38,000 ka zero. When will the market give me an X? The answer is 39,500. क्यों? Because 38,000 से एक बॉक्स हो गया 38,500, 38,500 से 2 बॉक्स 39, and 39,500 से 3 बॉक्स हो गया 39,500. If you remember, आप लोग मुझे टेलीग्राम पर फॉलो करते हैं. Haven't I said just one thing? That guys, only at 39,500 we'll become bullish. Only at 39,500 we'll become bullish. Have you heard me say this? Yesterday commentary, day before yesterday commentary, आप लोगों ने मेरे को सुना है, क्योंकि मैं ये बहुत बोलता हूं कि market if it comes at 39,500, only then will I go long. Otherwise, I am not interested. I have been saved. The point and figure chart has helped me be safe. आप ये बात को सोचो एक बार. मार्केट में इतना बड़ा रैली आया, everyone, the worst is over, the worst is over. सब लोग बुलिश बैठ गए, इतना बड़ा रैली. But the point and figure chart never gave you X. The point and figure chart never gave you X, because to reverse the column, you have to get a 1,500 point movement. So that is why if tomorrow 39,500 comes, I will buy future, I will go long, obviously. But tomorrow, you already know, bang, 200 point gap down is there. Tomorrow, what will happen? Tomorrow, we'll get a lower price and another zero will come. So this is the importance of point and figure chart. The movements that you are getting on these candlestick charts, they are confusing you. वो confuse कर रहे हैं आपको. Bullish बनना है, bearish बनना है, क्या बनना है? But things are clear on point and figure chart. कि market में किसका momentum चल रहा है? Is it the bull or is it the bear? I'll ask you one more question. The chat is open. Can you tell me if tomorrow market comes to 38,000, if tomorrow market comes to 37,700, will I get one more zero? If market tomorrow comes to 37,700, will I get a zero? The answer is no, because my box size is 37,500. Only there I will get a zero. So everything, is it clear till now? Is it clear till now? I have explained some basics. If it is clear, please say yes. ठीक है, आहिस्ता आहिस्ता करते जाएंगे. Don't worry. चलो, good. I was not expecting इतने लोग yes बोलेंगे. मुझे तो ये समझते बहुत टाइम लगा है. I am trying my level best to put it across. ठीक है, ठीक है. Thank you. Okay. So one doubt is coming. तरुण का बड़ा अच्छा डाउट है कि where to put X? X तभी डालोगे जब 3 कॉलम ऊपर जाएगा. I'll give you some other example. कोई भी चार्ट लेते हैं. Let's take the example of HDFC Bank. I don't know where it is, to be very honest. Let's take that example, HDFC Bank. And I will open you guys to chat. आप लोग chat कर सकते हैं. मैं HDFC Bank खोलता हूँ, Indian point and figure chart. एंड राइट नाउ ब्यूटिफुल, क्या ट्रेंड लाइन है, ये हम करेंगे, डिस्कस करेंगे। यहां पर 0 है। कैन एनीवन टेल मी एक्स कब आएगा? वेयर डू यू थिंक द एक्स विल कम ऑन द HDFC बैंक चार्ट टुडे? The X will come, I'll explain. We are currently at 1465. तो X कहाँ आएगा? 1470, 75, sorry, ये 10 का है ना, sorry, तो हो गया 1, 2 and 3. So at 1490, if HDFC Bank comes to 1490, you will get an X. At 1490, you will get an X. Otherwise, at any lower prices, आप 0, 0, 0, 0 mark करते जाओ. One more very important doubt is coming that Devang, do we do it at highs and lows or do we do at closing? The closing कब आएगा? मैंने लिखा क्या हुआ है? Highs and lows. अगर मैं इसको closing कर दूंगा तो then I will be more safe. मतलब if my closing comes at 1490, then I will draw X. If for example I am at high low setting, even if I get a high of 1491 but close of 1485, X will come. So this depends on the person you are. I want to give it some room, so मैं इसको high low करता हूँ. If you want to be more safe, आप इसको closing कर दो, no problem, no problem. So X क्या आएंगे? You don't have to put anything, it is automatic, guys. X कैसे आएंगे? By the way, X will not come just 1X as 1490. You will get X at एक कॉलम छोड़ के, इस कॉलम में ये छोड़ दो 1470, 80, 90. In all of these 3 columns, X will come. ठीक है? So now let me go forward. थोड़े से मैं डाउट्स लेते जा रहा हूं, बट मैं आगे और लेते जाऊंगा. आई डोंट वांट टू इंटरप्ट पीपल, मतलब क्योंकि थोड़ा लंबा लेक्चर है. इट्स अ लिटिल बिट डिफिकल्ट टॉपिक. आई रियली थॉट मैं क्या आप लोगों को डिस्कस करूं, सो आई हैव पुट एवरीथिंग दैट आई फील इज इंपॉर्टेंट. सो ये हम ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं दैट द ट्रेडिशनल मेथड कॉल्स फॉर 3 बॉक्स रिवर्सल. वी हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड दिस. द प्राइस मस्ट रिवर्स एट लीस्ट बाय 3 times. So only then the column can begin. So basically you have to fill the 4th column. Yeah, it actually must fill the 4th box. तो ये आप कर चुके हो. Don't go with the number text. ये मैं समझा चुका हूँ. Now this is the important part. Since now we've got the understanding. So by the way, the thing for 0 is exactly the same. We've discussed it practically. Theoretically, you can read this. Now this is very important. The point and figure chart trend lines. मैं एक बात आपको बोलता हूं, ये चलो इससे पहले हम खोलते हैं बैंक निफ्टी का चार्ट. मैं यार आई एम वेरी ब्लेस्ड दैट आप लोग मुझे फॉलो करते हैं, आप लोग मुझसे बातें करते हैं. इफ आई टेल यू ना टुडे दैट गाइस कैन यू सेंड मी योर एनालिसिस ऑन बैंक निफ्टी, आई विल टेल यू व्हाट यू गाइस विल डू. समवन विल से देवांग यार ये ट्रेंड लाइन बन रहा है. ओके. समवन विल से देवांग ये नहीं है, ट्रेंड लाइन एक्चुअली ये बन रहा है. Oh my God, ये तो होल्ड कर रहा है. Someone will say देवांग ये नहीं है, ट्रेंड लाइन एक्चुअली तो ये है. मैं you can ask yourself, and मैंने ये 3 लाइंस ड्रॉ करी है. आप लोग में भी सोच रहे होंगे हाँ कुछ और भी बन सकता है. नहीं देवांग एक्चुअली यार ट्रेंड लाइन तो यहां से बनाओ, ट्रेंड लाइन ये देखो ये बन रहा है. सो टेक्निकल एनालिसिस इज सब्जेक्टिव, राइट? द बिगेस्ट प्रॉब्लम ऑफ टेक्निकल एनालिसिस, व्हाई इट हैजंट बीन प्रूव्ड, why it hasn't been proved that technical analysis is a profitable business. If you didn't know this, let me break this for you. It has never been proved in the last 200-year history that we are a profitable business because of subjectivity. हर आदमी कुछ और सोचता है. Everyone does something else. कोई बंदा कहता है कल क्रैश आएगा, कोई कहता है हमने लॉन्ग करना है. ट्रेंड लाइन सबके लिए फर्क है, but that is where the point and figure charts come in. If I open the point and figure chart, automatic trend lines, as I said in before 45 minutes, 11 o'clock, what did I say? Your job is easy. Just remove this mental block. This chart is much easier than candlestick. आपको दिमाग ही नहीं लगाना, आप बैठो, sit back, relax and see what the market wants to do. When this high was made, ये कैसे बना बताता हूं. A trend line was formed, automatic, कुछ नहीं करना, and automatically market even stopped there. Automatically market stopped there. And ये ट्रेंड लाइन जो आ रही है ना, this is not today's trend line. It is coming from month of April. ये आज की ट्रेंड लाइन नहीं है. अब आप ढूंढने बैठोगे ये कब बनेगा, हमारा बहुत मुश्किल है. So I want to just discuss about this. Why the point and figure chart trend lines are so important. Let's talk about this. The bullish and bearish trend lines are very commonly used in point and figure charts. So how do we draw this? Whenever you see that a bottom or a top remains blank for a significant period of time, you draw a trend line from 45-degree angle. The benefit of point and figure chart is what? The benefit of point and figure chart is that aap notice karo that every box is uniform. It's not that every box has a different scale. Everything is same scale chal raha hai. 50 point, 10 point. So you can easily draw 45-degree trend line. If you take a high of a box and just draw a line which is coming into the middle of all the boxes, it is an automatic trend line of 45-degree angle. Automatic. तो ये क्या कहता है? The point and figure chart says whenever, by the way, it is automatic, हमें बनानी नहीं है, खुद बन जाती है. तो whenever a level remains blank for some period of time, मतलब कोई रिवर्सल हो रहा है, वहां से आप एक 45-degree का लाइन बना दो, that is a trend line. For example, over here ये ट्रेंड लाइन था. For example, ये देखो ये ट्रेंड लाइन था. ये देखिए ये ट्रेंड लाइन था. Simple. I can show you an example on Nifty. You will remember that because हमने वो चीज करी हुई है. I'll show one very simple example on Nifty, which you will be very, very happy and आप लोग आप समझोगे मैंने वो क्यों किया था. You all remember something. अच्छा ये अब थोड़ा सा आगे हो गया चार्ट. Anyways, ये देखिए मार्केट गिरा गिरा गिरा. ये एक ट्रेंड लाइन बना था यहाँ से. जब ये ट्रेंड लाइन ने ब्रेक किया, मार्केट ने बड़ा मूव दिया. ये मार्केट का सपोर्ट था. मार्केट ने ये ट्रेंड लाइन तब से बनते आ रहा है. When the market came over here, यहां से अपने आप रिवर्सल आ गया. ये ऑटोमेटिक ट्रेंड लाइंस है. ऑटोमेटिक ट्रेंड लाइंस है. सो थोड़ा सा इसमें और आगे जाते हैं. द ट्रेंड लाइंस आर ड्रॉन एट ऑटोमेटिकली डायगोनली थ्रू द कॉर्नर्स एट 45-degree एंगल. These 45-degree angles are major trends of the market. Once a top or bottom is identified, just draw 45-degree from there. These trend lines are used to confirm what is the direction of the price movement. One very important use is that they are used to filter the basic point and figure chart signals. Matlab, whenever you are above the trend line, you will be long. Whenever you are below the trend line, you will be short. I will give you an example. Technical analysis में हमारा काम क्या है? Every day buy sell signals come. But if, for example, हमारा ये निफ्टी पे trend line बन रहा है and we have broken this trend line, you just be long. You just be long. For example, ये एक market ने एक support दिया था. We are above this bullish support trend line. So as long as you're above this bullish support trend line, you can be long. Once you break this bullish support trend line, just only think of short. Just only think of short. So this is very, very useful in filtering the signals. That should we take long signals or should we take short signals? ये इसका बहुत ज्यादा यूज होता है. ठीक है, इसको प्लीज थोड़ा सा याद रखना. Very, very important to filter the signals. ये इतना important नहीं, आगे चलते हैं. You can look at this example. We got a good bottom at this example on 100. When we saw good bottom is made, just diagonally draw the trend line. As long as this bullish support trend line is maintained, you can remain bullish. And the strategy can be very simple. Any dips that are coming, you can go long with a stop loss of the trend line being broken. Whenever the trend line breaks, you are out of the trade. As long as the trend line is holding, you remain long. आप लोग bullish बैठो. That is the reason. मैं एक बात आपको बताऊं. That is the reason when people tell me ना market में crash आएगा, मैं उनको ये बोलता हूं that I don't think 16,000 will break. पहले 16,000 का level break करो because that's my trend line. Then we'll talk about market crash. उससे पहले मत बात करो मुझसे. Because this is a major trend line. Can I tell you one thing? Every column, I have already proved one thing, that these columns are only showing you significant movements. If every column is only showing you significant price movements, then the trend lines is not a normal trend line. It is a trend line of trends. मैं दोबारा रिपीट करता हूं, ये जो आप नॉर्मल ट्रेंड लाइन खुद बनाते हो ना, ये उसका ग्रैंडफादर है. It is a trend line of trend lines because every column is a trend. मार्केट ने ये ब्रेकआउट दिया, ये ट्रेंड है. अगर इस कॉलम के ऊपर ट्रेंड लाइन है, वो ट्रेंड लाइन ऑफ ट्रेंड्स है. तो ये ट्रेंड लाइंस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. That is why मैं सेम बात बोलता हूं that market might fall if it wants to fall due to inflation. It might fall, but we will again try to go long at 16K. अगर ये लेवल दिखता है, इसके नीचे जाएगा, then the real pain will start. But for us, the bottom is currently in at 60,000. समझो बात को. The trend lines can be two ways. ये बहुत बड़ा डाउट है that Devang, should we leave the job of the trend lines to the automatic कि मार्केट खुद ये सॉफ्टवेयर बनाता रहेगा, or can we draw it ourselves also? So the answer is there are two ways. Number one is subjectively, आप खुद बनाओगे. For example, जो आप करते हो मार्केट में, you got a low over here, you got a low over here, you connect these two, you make a trend line. So as long as market is above this, you are long. When you break, you are short. You can do this also. Or you let it do objectively. Objectively matlab 45-degree angle. So there we are not concerned because we are at square nature of point and figure chart. So ye main already, so look at this example. When a bottom was made, automatic 45-degree trend line came. As long as we are above this trend line, we are bullish. But when we go below this trend line, when there is a breakdown, that is time to go short or look for only sell side trades. And because the top is made, now this trend line is over. Now this trend line will come because यहाँ पर एक top आ गया, एक significant top आ गया, और ये टूट नहीं रहा for a significant period of time. So market में automatically a 45-degree trend line will come from here and the market will go over here. So as long as we are below this, we remain a little bit bearish. But once again, when we break this trend line, we again become bullish. We again become bullish. So these trend lines are serving two purposes. Number one, telling you filtering of the trades, when to be long, when to be short. Number two, they can help you for breakout trades. And remember, breakout of this trend line is not a normal breakout. It's a trend of trend breakout. Usko trade karna hi karna hai. If anyone's in my Telegram and who's been listening to my commentary when Nifty broke out, I have clearly given this commentary that when Nifty goes above 16,200, आपने long करना है because ये बहुत लंबा trend line का breakout हुआ है. सबने long करना है. That is when I said हम ये stock खरीदेंगे, वो stock खरीदेंगे, and then market just went up like anything because it's a breakout of trend. So even if you trade this breakout on an intraday chart, you are perfectly fine because we are following top-down approach. Once the fundamentals, once the bigger chart is clear, intraday will always be clear. Intraday में confusion नहीं रहेगा. The one thing I want to discuss, now we are getting little, जैसे हम लोग आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, जैसे as and when we are going आगे, we are getting little bit advanced. अभी थोड़ा मैं basic ही आपको बता रहा हूँ. One thing that I want to discuss is about these subjective trend lines. Subjective trend lines means जो आप खुद draw कर रहे हैं. Before I come to these subjective trend lines, before I am coming to these subjective trend lines, I need to first explain what is long and short. Let me first explain that, what is long and short, and then I'll come to that, okay? Why 45 degrees? ये किसी ने सोच रहे होगे, Devang, why 45 degrees? Again, if you are a follower of Gann, I love Gann. I've always doted and drooled over his work. And even Gann is a big fan of 45 angle because anything above 45 is too steep. Think about it. If market is going at 75-degree angle, it's too steep. It will fail. If market is going at 20-degree angle, it's too slow. It's not worth it. 45-degree is a good trend. अगर मार्केट एक ट्रेंड में चल रहा है ना, that's a level automatically markets take as support. Even if you are aware of something called Gann angles, if you are aware of something called Gann fans, ये उनके angles हैं. Just by the way, I can show it to you on a chart also right now. Gann used something called Gann fan, and वो Gann fan में ना, he used to use some pivot points, and वहां पे वो सारी angles बनाते थे. And these were a couple of angles that he used. 1 by 1 means 1 unit of price and time. 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 2 by 1, 3 by 1. ये मैं आपको दिखा सकता हूँ. If you just want to know, I am still no master in there. I'm still a beginner in all this. But I can show you if you go on this tool and click on something called Gann fan. Example दिखाता हूँ, Gann fan. आप यहाँ से अगर लगाते हैं, example दे रहा हूँ. You can clearly see this 1 by 1 is a 45-degree angle. Just giving you an example. So Gann, ये जो 45 time है, नया चीज नहीं है. Don't think ये नहीं है. It's been there for a very long period of time. Now, this is the most important part. When to go long, when to go short. ये बहुत important है. The basic point and figure signals are coming when? The basic signal is when a filled column of X rises above the last column of X by one box. समझाऊंगा. and the selling signal will come when the filled column of O's is going below 1 point than the last column of O's. एक बार आपको पहले समझा देता हूं, then आप लोग समझ जाओगे. If for example the market is doing this x x x x, ऐसे ऊपर मार्केट बढ़ रहा था and then market went down down down, उसके बाद मार्केट अगेन went up, ऐसे ऊपर गया. तो if market gives you an x over here, this is called a traditional buy signal on the pointer figure chart. The current column of x is going up by one box, the last boxes of x. I am not concerned zero के ऊपर मैं कितना जा रहा हूं, because that is not concerning me. I am concerned क्या मैं last x जब भी था क्या मैं उसके ऊपर एक बॉक्स जा पा रहा हूं. And whenever I get this, it is called buy. It is called traditional buy signal. The sell signal will be the same way. O आपके 000 बन रहे हैं and then market में आपका x बनना शुरू हुआ, x. उसके बाद एक और x चलो मान लेते लग गया. उसके बाद whenever market came down, मान लो o ऐसे बनना शुरू हो गया. If I get one more o over here, right, you can see that this column of O's has gone below by one box, the last column of O's. This is called a sell signal. In very simple term, ये मैं कर क्या रहा हूं, पता ये क्या हो रहा है, ये हो क्या रहा है. O is what? O मतलब मार्केट गिरा, X मतलब what? मार्केट ऊपर गया, O मतलब what? मार्केट गिरा. Automatic sell. Even in your candlestick chart, यही तो हम करते हैं, that market is going in a trend. The highs are becoming lower, the lows are becoming lower. यही तो आपका sell होता है. At the same time, buy भी तो ऐसे ही होता है, market buy भी तो हम ऐसे ही करते हैं. If for example, the market on Bank Nifty is going below this low, आपका sell है. If the market is going above this high, आपका buy है. Automatically, so even the point and figure chart, इसके ऊपर जब X बना देगा तो automatically buy हो जाएगा. समझिए बात को. This is the basic traditional point and figure signal. So I just want to go back on that trend line. बस 1 मिनट इसके ऊपर मैं बात करना चाह रहा हूं, so you'll understand. Point and figure chart में ना अगर आप subjective trend line, so I personally don't make subjective trend lines. मतलब मैं खुद नहीं बनाता. I want to focus on trend line. For the subjective analysis, I have my candlestick charts. तो the most important thing is, आप अगर ये चार्ट को नोटिस करेंगे ना, you can see right now over here. आप अगर यहाँ पर नोटिस करते हैं ना, 1 second, यहाँ पर आप देखेंगे तो मार्केट हैज गिवन यू अ ब्रेकआउट ऑफ द ट्रेंड लाइन. क्या आप लोग ये बात देख सकते हैं? मार्केट हैज गिवन अ ट्रेडिशनल ब्रेकआउट ऑफ द ट्रेंड लाइन. आप लोगों ने ये सीखा है, यू हैव लर्नड इट इन योर कैंडलस्टिक चार्टिंग. व्हेनेवर अ ट्रेंड लाइन ब्रेक्स एंड मार्केट क्लोज अबव इट, यू गो लॉन्ग. बट in point and figure chart, that is not the case. Please remember, in point and figure chart, that is not the case. Please read the rule that I am just writing. I have just ये क्या हो गया, अटक क्यों गया? Please read this rule. The point and figure chart signals are given, जो मैंने सिखाए आपको. They have to be taken in account when you are assessing trend line breakouts. If you look at the point number A, अब ये point observe करना. At point number A, can you see that you never ever got a point and figure buy signal? सोच के देखना. मैं आपके लिए थोड़ा सा zoom अगर कर सकता हूं मैं कर देता हूं. ये थोड़ा हो नहीं रहा, some problem on my laptop. If you can see it on your chart, the last column of X was over here. Even though I got a breakout, but I have not gone above the last column of X, so I will not buy. If you look at column B, not only am I breaking out of the subjective trend line, but also ये जो last X है, मैं इसके ऊपर भी जा रहा हूं, तो मैं buy कर सकता हूं. यही मैंने आगे लिखा है. If at the time of the breakout कोई signal मिल रहा है, only then we are trading. So एक मैं आपको एग्जांपल दिखा देता हूं ऑन द लाइव मार्केट. आप लोग ये बात समझ जाएंगे जो मैं कहना चाहता हूं. पॉइंट एंड फिगर चार्ट निफ्टी. ये निफ्टी का पॉइंट एंड फिगर चार्ट है. इफ यू लुक एट द निफ्टी पॉइंट एंड फिगर चार्ट, निफ्टी में ट्रेंड लाइन ब्रेकआउट हुआ. ये जो दिस ट्रेंड लाइन कमिंग इन फ्रॉम 4 अप्रैल, you had a breakout at 16,300. Some people asked me on this day that Devang, can I buy at 16,250? Because at this point of time, trend line breaks. I will ask you a question. The chat is open. Can I buy at 16,250? नहीं कर सकता. Because my buy signal is not when trend line breaks. वो बच्चों को छोड़ दो आप. Let the candlestick guys do that. Our buy signal will come number 1. If I'm using trend lines, our buy signal will come on the confluence of the two. My trend line is breaking at 16,250. I totally agree. But my point and figure buy signal is at 16,300. Because यहाँ पर I am going above the last by 1 column. आपको दिख रहा है? ये column of X is higher by 1 column of the last X. तो यहां पर दोनों कंफर्म हो गए. यू हैव टू बाय. अगर आपने ये मिस कर दिया तो आपको यहां पर भी एट 16,800 ये भी बाय सिग्नल है. लास्ट कॉलम ऑफ X 16,750, द नेक्स्ट कॉलम 16,800. यू कैन सी ए कॉलम ऊपर जा रहा है, आपका बाय आ गया. लुक, इट इज सो सिंपल, कुछ करना ही नहीं है. लुक एट दिस ट्रेंड लाइन. ये सपोर्ट था एट 0. Trend line broke at the same time. Point and figure sell also came because the 0 is 1 box below the last 0. Automatic sell off भी आ गया. Look at this column. ये भी इसको भी sell बोलते हैं. ये आपका 0 था, एक reversal आया. Then this column of 0 is 1 box below the last. Automatic sell आ गया. So are you all understanding of these phenomenons? SL की बात मैं करूंगा. Don't worry. SL की बात मैं करूंगा. सब बात करेंगे. फेलियर होगा, क्या होगा, टारगेट होगा. मैं तो वहां पर आया ही नहीं हूं. कैन आई टेल यू माय प्रेजेंटेशन इज अबाउट 90 स्लाइड्स. इट्स क्वाइट बिग. इट्स वेरी बिग. डोंट वरी. सब बताऊंगा आपको. हम लोग वी गेट सो कंफ्यूज्ड कि यार यहां पर बाई सेल कब करना है. इधर तो काम ही आसान है. अब फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ मार्केट, थिंक अबाउट इट नाउ, इफ मार्केट गोज टू 17,750, if market goes to 17,750, it is a buy signal. Go long because I am higher than the X. If market goes to 17,300, if at any point of time in the next week, 2 weeks aage, if you are getting 17,300, you will sell. You will be short only because it will be a sell signal. It will be a sell signal. ठीक है. So यार ये जो डाउट्स है ना आपके कि एक ना इंटरेस्टिंग डाउट है बॉक्स साइज का आप पूछ रहे हैं. बताइए, व्हाट्स द डाउट ऑन द बॉक्स साइज? यू आर आस्किंग समथिंग. बॉक्स साइज पे क्या डाउट है? सो आप बॉक्स साइज खुद कर सकते हैं, आप खुद भी रख सकते हैं. नो प्रॉब्लम. वो आप खुद कर सकते हैं सुशरत. डोंट वरी. एनीवेज, मैं जो डाउट्स है ना ऑप्शन बाइंग ये वो बात की बातें यार, वो उसको छोड़ो. पहले कॉन्सेप्ट को समझो मैं क्या बोलना चाहता हूँ. थोड़ा आगे चलते हैं ना. लेट्स गो आगे. अब इतना समझ आ गया. नाउ रेस्ट इज वेरी इजी. रेस्ट इज तो नथिंग. So till now I have taught you one way to enter. Till now I have taught you one way to enter or take a trade. I have given you a trading signal, when to buy, when to short. Now I am giving you 2 more signals. I think some people had a doubt. तो मैं वो बता देता हूँ. Someone said, Devang, what is stop loss? आप अगर एग्जांपल देता हूँ, if you are going short over here, if you are going short at 16,600 on this trade, your stop loss will come at last X. बहुत बड़ा है, I know. That is why I have more rules. Don't worry. In the traditional buy sell signal, your stop loss is at last support, last resistance. Sorry, आप यहाँ पे शॉर्ट कर रहे हैं. रेजिस्टेंस कहां पर है? ये वाला है. तो इस X, ये आपका रेजिस्टेंस है, ये आपका स्टॉप लॉस है. एग्जांपल देता हूं. when the market went, give a short over here, आपका स्टॉप लॉस ओवर हियर है. ये लेवल 16,450. एग्जाम्पल यहां पर देता हूं. जब मार्केट ने ये ट्रेडिशनल लॉन्ग दिया था यहां पर ओवर हियर, तो ट्रेडिशनल स्टॉप लॉस, आई नो बहुत बड़ा है, डोंट वरी, उसको मैं करूंगा इंप्रूव. ट्रेडिशनल स्टॉप लॉस आएगा 15,850. नाउ दिस इज वेरी वेरी यूजफुल फॉर लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टर्स हु वांट टू गिव द एसएल, बट फॉर अ ट्रेडर इट डजंट मेक सेंस. सो आई विल मेक थिंग्स राइट व्हेन आई कम टू दैट. ठीक है. सो ये आपका ट्रेडिशनल है. सो इट विल कम in the last उसके 0x के पीछे. Okay. Alternate methods to limit risk. As I said, my risk is too much. In my example, I showed you SL is too big. How can I limit my risk? There are two methods. Let's talk about the first method. The first method is wait for a reversal back into acceptable risk and then trade. Example deta hu. Look at this example. Can anyone tell me in this example, please let me know on the chat. Ye IBM ka chart hai. The resources I have used over here are from those 4 books I have mentioned. Du Plesis, Thomas Dorsey, CMT Curriculum and Prashant Shah. So आपका मैंने काम easy किया है. When is the buy coming? ये chart में buy signal कब है? Buy signal आपको कब दिखता है? क्या price पे? It is coming not at 148. It is coming at 150. 150 is the right answer. Some people are getting confused. Devang, 154 नहीं. Your X has to be higher than the last X. Not सबसे पहले क्या था? वो नहीं. Last X. So 150 is the right answer. अब बात ये होती है आप यहां पर खरीद रहे हो. If you are buying over here, what is your risk? Your risk is 134 because your SL is, you can see, ये support है आपका. Market is coming to 136 bouncing. 136 bouncing. So आपका 136 के नीचे stop loss है. If you are getting 134, it is a stop loss. So if you are buying at 150, it's a $16 risk. Ya to you come to me and say, Devang, my target is 50 points. Either you come to me and say, my target is 50 points. Then I will say, fine, I'm in 3:1, it works. But if a target is 1:1, it doesn't make sense. So what this method is saying, don't buy on the breakout. Don't buy at 150. But let the market do a reversal and come within your acceptable risk. मतलब या तो मार्केट जब पुल बैक करेगा या आप 146 पे ले लो या आप 142 पे ले लो, because at these points your risk is getting less and less and less and less. Think about it. Isn't this what we also do in our candlestick charting? I can explain. If when we talk about a breakout, let us say the markets have broken out. Everyone says, yaar nahi yaar, yahan par nahi buy karna. That is what I am saying. If I am going long over here on my candlestick chart, my stop loss comes over here only. It doesn't come over here. Let me, first of all, if you guys are new to technical analysis, or if you think SLs come over here, they don't. If, for example, traditional, I'm telling you, the actual technical analysis, if Bank Nifty breaks out like this, SL will come over here only. But if you think that's too big SL, you have to change approach. So what can you do? The one way is that you let the market give you pullback. And then when some confirmation comes, some retest comes, then you buy. That is the same thing I'm telling you. Because at these levels, you can reduce your stop losses. So मैं क्या कहना चाहता हूँ? Same thing is discussing over here. We are not buying at the breakout. We are letting the market pull back. If market is coming to 142, fine, I will buy, because at 142, my SL is 134. It is only $8. So this way, waiting for pullback, I am getting safe. समझ आ रहा है मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं? Yes. So you are saying that you are waiting for a pullback. So someone is saying, but then zero will be made. No problem. See, zero बन रहा है उससे कि zero का मतलब short थोड़ी है. Guys, आप लोग confuse हो रहे हो. जीरो का मतलब शॉर्ट नहीं है. अगर आज निफ्टी में जीरो है, वो शॉर्ट थोड़ी कह रहा है. जीरो का मतलब इज नॉट टू गो शॉर्ट. शॉर्ट इज बिलो द लास्ट जीरो. प्लीज डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज्ड ओवर देयर. प्लीज डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज्ड. सो if I am entering, now coming back to the same example, so what this method is saying is, if a zero is being made at 144, 142, your buy has been given. You can enter over there. ये है first method. So I hope it is clear, and I hope the doubts are clear. The second thing is, you enter the market on second reversal in the direction of signal. कई लोगों ने chat में मुझे ये बोला. Some people said in the chat, Devang, I don't want to buy at 17. I'll give you an example on the live market. Some people told me, Devang, मैंने नीचे भी buy करूं. Right now we are in zero column. Why should I buy right now? let us assume यहाँ पर एक sell signal है, sorry, buy signal है. Let us assume we are in buy signal and we can buy over here or over here. Assuming कह रहा हूँ. But मुझे आप लोग बोलते हो मेरे को नहीं buy करना. यहाँ पर तो we are trying to catch the falling knife. So this is the method where you are waiting for confirmation to come in. Enter the market on second reversal. Okay. मैं आपको पहले खुद एक बार ड्रॉ करके बता देता हूं. Then I will show you the text. Market gave you an X, 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 X. उसके बाद 0, 0, 0. फिर आ गया X, X, X और X. You have got a buy signal over here. But you don't want to buy. You say, why should I buy at the top? I will wait for a pullback. If you wait for a pullback का मतलब क्या हो गया? If market, for example, comes over here, तो आप कहते हो मैं यहां पर buy कर लेता हूं with a stop loss over here. That is fine. But you say, why should I catch the falling knife? I want more confirmation. So what you are doing now is, मान लो market ने pullback आया, 0 बना, 0 बना, 0 बना, right? Now tell me or think about it and tell me if I'm right or wrong. Market gave you a pullback. I am not buying over here. I can, by the way, according to the first method, I can buy over here with a stop loss like this. मैं कर सकता हूं. But because I want confirmation, what I will do is, my market is already long. I have already got a long signal. So now I will ask myself, Devang, when will the market give me an X? Talk to yourself, guys. When will the market give you an X? The market will give you an X if it goes up 1 column, 2 column, 3 column. यहां पर जब market आएगा, it will automatically give you X. So we are then buying over here with a stop loss over here. I will again repeat myself. Try to follow with me. There are 3 methods that you can do. 1, you can buy over here only, traditional buy signal with a stop loss over here. If you think that's too big a stop loss, wait for a pullback. मान लो market ने pullback दिया over here, over here, over here. You can buy over here because you think now the risk is too less. So you buy over here with a SL over here because trade is already long and market is not short unless until it gives you a 0 like this. It is not short. So either you buy over there, or if you think that's catching a falling knife, if you need more confirmations, if you want to be more sure about it, you don't now wait for another X to go long. आप अब ये वेट नहीं कर रहे हो, आप ये बोलते हो that देवांग अब X कब बनेगा? अब X तभी बनेगा when market will reverse 1, 2 and 3 columns. तो जब market यहां पर आ जाएगा तो आप तो ऑलरेडी लॉन्ग हो, यहां पर आपको कंफर्मेशन हो गया ना. इट बेसिकली बिकम्स व्हाट? मार्केट ब्रेक्स आउट, रीटेस्ट, कंफर्मेशन. तो आप क्या कर रहे हो? यू आर गोइंग लॉन्ग ऑन दिस एक्स एंड नाउ योर एसएल इज नॉट ओवर हियर बट इट इज नाउ ओवर हियर. दिस इज द ट्रेडिंग प्लान. समझ आ गया? समझ आ गया गाइस? I will show examples on what I have done. 3 एक साथ ही बनेंगे. Yes, 3 एक साथ ही बनेंगे. Example दिखा देता हूं. You can just see it. Observe करिए. Traditional buy signal comes over here on the circled X. That is giving you traditional buy signal. या तो आप इधर buy कर लो and your SL will come over here. Your SL will come over here and you go long over here. But you say नहीं, मैंने नहीं करना. What you are saying is, I will, अब ये इसको छोड़ो. What you are saying is, let the market come down, 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 down. आपकी एंट्री यहां पर क्यों है? Because आप already long हो. You are already long. And then the market gave you pullback. What you are saying is that I will buy whenever my X will come. Now to change the column, 1, 2 and 3, only here X will come. So यहाँ पर आपका entry है. SL will not come here, here, here. It will come over here below the last 0. So you are entering where the SX has to come. समझ आ गई है? This is also very useful in pyramiding a position. You can quickly look at the chart. In the candlestick chart, you have a trend line. ये support होता है. और हम खरीदते जाते हैं in a traditional method. जो traditional method है, you go long over here, SL below this. You go long because एक X ऊपर है ना, you go long over here, SL below the last zero. You go long over here because X उसके ऊपर है, SL below the last zero. Or if you want to use what I've just taught you, market ने breakout दिया, मैं long नहीं कर रहा. I wait for the zeros to come and जब X नया बनेगा 1, 2 and 3 मैं यहां पर long कर लूंगा. This is what I'm saying. ठीक है. This is the example of so some people, एक मैं और example दिखा देता हूं on the live market. I think that will become very very useful to us. Okay, please look at this example. ये Nifty का example है and Nifty में ये example ले लो. Let's take couple of examples. Can you see over here at 15,950? Please keep on telling me yes or no. I know you will. I'll know you'll understand or not. If you look at this, 15,950 gave you buy signal. 15,950 gave you a buy signal because you went above the last X. But you don't want to buy now because if you are buying over here, your SL is coming below this. ये बहुत बड़ा SL है. What you're saying is let a pullback come. And यहाँ पर you wait for 1, 2 and 3. यहाँ पर आपका X बन जाएगा, आप यहाँ पर long कर रहे हो. So you can do partial quantity long over here, and when the new buy signal comes, you can add on to the position over there. I'll give you another example. Look over here at 16,300. A system buy signal came. But I don't want to long over there. I'm not confirmed. I'm not sure. No problem. You let the market pull back. Now over here, you ask yourself that Devang, market is long, but when will the market give you X? So market will give you X 1, 2 and 3 at 16,600. If you go to my Telegram and search this ना, आपको दिखेगा. मैंने ये point लिखा हुआ है that अगर 16 इस आपने long करना है. So at this point of time, you might be lower than the X, but आप already long हो तो यहाँ आप long कर रहे हो and above 16,800. When you get a fresh buy signal, you add on to the position, you pyramid the position, SL will come at 16,400. Now is the doubt clear, guys? ठीक है. आप समझते जाओगे. ऐसा keep on going forward, you will keep on understanding of this interesting topic. Chalo, let's go forward. Okay, someone is saying repeat. See, what I am explaining is Mr. Sai Grant. What we are doing is X's have come. We wait for the pullback. When the pullback has come, we ask ourselves, when will the X come now? So when the 3 columns reverse, since we're already in the buy mode, when the 3 columns reverse at 16,600, we enter long. We enter long over here with SL of 16,400 and then at 16,800 we pyramid the position. As simple as that. Yes, this app will be on all these stores, don't worry. Anyways, let me go forward with the presentation. Don't worry, these are some little complicated things. If you are finding it easy, very, very nice. Selecting trades. So, first of all, I would like you all to take only those trades that have a 2.0 or more risk reward. Because in your point and figure chart, you always know what the loss is. Below the last zero, above the last X. If you know the loss, please use 2:1. Minimum utna to you have to play. If you play less than that, I've already explained. Let's not play for small money. I want you all to take big trades. Whether you trade a big trade for 10 minutes or for 10 days, that's up to you. But our job is find a big potential, high confidence trade and then use it in our analysis. So choose a bigger risk reward trade. That's very important. 45-degree trend lines are very useful. Above that, take only long trades. Below that, take only short trades. This can really help you to filter your trades if you get confused in the market. Some people asked me, Devang, trailing stop loss, etc. Let's talk about that. A very important quote by, not a quote actually, is something what Jesse Livermore said to Richard Wyckoff. He said that I go long or short as close as possible to the danger point. Danger point, I have explained, the SL point on the point and figure chart. If the danger becomes real, I close out at a small loss. I'll explain. I was having call shots of 17,700 on Friday. Market opened gap up. It opened gap up. I didn't take a profit on that day. Today, market is 200 point down. I might be in a 3 lakh profit today, but I closed my trade on Friday at a 40K loss. I was in a 1.5K lakh loss, but I closed at a 40K loss. I said, no problem. Things don't look good. The sky looks cloudy. Just get out. Whenever danger becomes real, whenever markets are doing irrational things, get out. Because now on Monday, my view is clear. I know what I want to do, but yesterday it was cloudy. So don't forecast, don't predict. When things are cloudy, get out and try to always remember there's always a next opportunity. I remember on Thursday, I did very well, but majority of people didn't do well. So it's not like everyone will do well on the same day. So please focus on your own trading setup and don't focus on the others' lives. ये बड़ा important है. There are two things that I will recommend on the point and figure charts. The first is very simple. You will see a lot of times that point and figure chart will just give you X, वो चलता जाएगा, रुकेगा ही नहीं. आप एक example देता हूं. If you look at over here, if I look at the chart of Nifty over here, from 16,500 to 18,000, there was no column of zero. 1500 point rally, point and figure chart said just remain bullish. Why? Why? Can anyone tell me why? ये bullish क्यों बना रहा? I have just allowed you to chat. Can anyone tell me for this 1500 point rally, why didn't a zero come? Why didn't a zero come? Sumit is saying major trend line, that's fine. Why didn't a zero come? मुझे एक आंसर चाहिए आप लोगों से. Yes, Milind is right. Because 150 point fall never came. Now think what you are saying. Think what you are saying. If a 150 point fall did not come, market was bullish only. Every one of us, yeah, we will short. कहाँ short बना? This is where point and figure is useful. आप अगर Nifty का chart खोलते हैं, if I open the chart of Nifty, right, you will always see a 150 point fall never ever came. ऊपर बढ़ रहा है. On a close to close basis ले लो, कभी गया ही नहीं है. यहाँ पर भी देखो around 120-30 पॉइंट का फॉल है, कभी आया नहीं. So as a technical analyst who is doing candlestick charts, for you over here, sorry, breakout तो यहाँ से आया था ना. So since this point of time, for a technical analyst, अरे यार ये तो क्या हो गया, hanging man बन गया, अरे यार red candle बन गया. But for a point and figure chartist, doesn't matter. So I want to come to my first point. My first point is that there are some times like what you've seen over here that you might have to take it and run. एक बड़ा important saying है in our stock market world. If you are having a profit that is enough to sustain a life of leisure, a home in the mountains, membership in the country club, and an investment in a hotel or restaurant to occupy your time, take it and run. इसका ये मतलब नहीं है earn 1 crore in your trade. It's a saying. In the sense, आपने एक trade लिया, you get an abnormal profit. Just take it and run. Don't keep waiting for मैं sell signal का wait करूंगा on the point and figure chart. It is fine. There is one way to go about it is you remain long as a fresh sell signal comes. But if you're getting a massive profit, for example, if your monthly or a weekly profit is 10,000, आपका weekly goal is 10,000, and in one trade you're running 20,000, just take it and run. You deserve much. You're not deserving that much money. So that is one way to go about it. The second way is trailing. How do you trail? ये बड़ा important है. एक बार देख लो. Whenever you have a move of at least 10 boxes on the point and figure chart, whenever you get a 10 boxes or more movement on the point and figure chart, use the trailing 3 box method. मतलब X market आपका from 16,500 to 18,000, it was a column of X's much more than 10. So whenever a zero comes, exit your trade. It doesn't mean short, guys. Short will come when zero will go below zero. But whenever that zero comes, because zero will mean 150 point fall on Nifty, 1500 point fall on Bank Nifty. Whenever a zero will come, because you've got a 10-point profit, you want to take it and run, get your trailing SL and get out. Get your trailing SL, get out. Look at this example. You got a buy signal over here. Your signal was when you got X above the last X, SL will come below the last zero, more than 10 point. So whenever the zero comes, matlab 1, 2, and 3, whenever that 3-point fall came, take your trade and get out. And when can you re-enter? Some people will say, is the trade over? No, it's not over. You can re-enter when? Use my same rule. Yeah, that you will re-enter because we are long only. But now just a pullback is coming. Market has broken out. It is coming for retest. When can we go long? Yahan par ek zero hai. Whenever that X will happen, whenever that X, you can go long there. Look at this example. This was the last zero. We are still long. Short will come when? Short will come when this zero will go below this zero. That will be short. That will be short. But now, when can you go long? Market went up. It came down all the way to retest the last breakout. So, yahan par add the 3. 1, 2, and 3. You can enter over here. So, now you can enter over here. SL will be trailed from this point all the way to the last zero and take the profit, new profit now. क्योंकि मार्केट यही तो करता है, ऊपर जाएगा, गिरेगा, फिर ऊपर जाएगा. एग्जांपल यही वो कर रहे हैं. Same thing over here. Market ऊपर गया, it gave you that SL, trailing SL. Fine, take it and get out. But what if market never fell below that? No problem. You take that same rule, 1, 2, and 3. Whenever this signal comes, you add one quantity over here. SL will now be over here. Think about this. Earlier SL was coming over here. Now when you are re-entering, your SL will come over here. You enter 50% quantity at this X. And then once a fresh traditional buy signal comes, you enter another X over there 50%. You go long. SL will remain below the last zero. This is how I trade. 10 boxes or more, do your 3-point trailing. Do your 3-point trailing. Whenever it comes, exit. And then whenever it wants to reverse again, find out when the X will come, enter over there and new 4-point SL. In the sense, matlab, wahan SL aapka aa jayega. This is what is the question. Does anyone have a doubt over here? Anyone? If it is clear, please let me know clear in the chat. Akash is saying, but we will miss the sell. तो क्या हो गया? मैं आपसे एक बात पूछता हूं. Akash is saying that Devang, we will miss the sell. मैं आपको एक बात बताऊं. Whoever is a, चलो एक बात आपसे करता हूं. ठीक है, आप you all are my members, आप मेरी family हो. And in the last week, I think about 4 live trades I've sent. Out of 6 days, I've sent 4 trades. Out of those 4 trades, I did very well. आप लोगों को पता है मैंने जो किया है. I did very well for myself. I'm happy. यार आप ये कहना चाहते हो कि उससे ज्यादा अच्छा करो. Why can't we be happy with what we are earning? Number 1. Number 2, if you are getting explosive profits, why do you want to find top and go short? यार अगर short करना है, अब example देता हूं. There will be someone who short at 18,000. There will be one person, or there will be 1% of those institutions who went short at 18,000. मैंने नहीं किया. But जब market 17,350 के नीचे आएगा, मैं short करूंगा. And I will make a lot of money. You are going to be a proof of that. I will share my live trade. I will do heavy quantity trade and I will recover it. At this point of time, there is confusion. Is it a top or not? Because over here, I'll ask you a question. At 17,800, were you short? Might be, but 90% don't have the guts. Because at 18,000, anyone who wanted to go short, they were just out of the market. Think about it. Every day, I remember this. Every day, one guy would message me, Devang, can I short? Can I short? I said, why? Why? What is the reason? Obviously, one day you will be right. But why spend your time on that one day? Why? समझो बात को. The technical analysis is based on the rule of following the trend. आज भी trend ऊपर है. Just by the way, even today trend is fine. I did saw an RSI failure swing. I taught you one concept in the market. By the way, जो लोग मेरे को follow करते हैं, मैंने आपको एक concept सिखाया in the market, RSI failure swing. ये इसने आपको short दिया है. And you can see where the markets are right now. I taught you another concept, future trading at huge premium. If you look at the premium, Bank Nifty and future, 300 point, explained on Friday, explained last two time. That also gave hint of short coming in. And आज Dow Jones 1000 point down है. मैंने नहीं short किया because I don't trade the hints. I will use it as a confirmation for sure. I will use it as cluster of evidence for sure. So when the markets give me a sell on my point and figure chart, I will not sell 5,000 quantity. I will maybe sell 10,000 quantity because I know I got my cluster of evidence. So whatever you're doing, be sure. And always remember, when you're finding the next top or when you're finding the next bottom, always remember it could go very, very brutally wrong. Okay? That's my answer to all the other people. Anyways, pricing objectives. Beautiful thing. This is why I love point and figure charts, because they give you targets. It is everything is inbuilt over here. You all know double top hota hai, uska target kya hai? When a double top bottom is formed, target kya hai? When there is a head and shoulder, what is the target? Same thing over here. There are two methods you can use for your targets. The first method is called horizontal count. The second method is called vertical count. बहुत easy है. बहुत easy है. कुछ नहीं करना. You don't need to know hundreds of patterns and what's the target in that. You don't need to know कि अगर flag बन रहा है तो क्या target होगा. No, it's the same. You must have heard one thing from me, that the time the markets are spending in consolidation is directly related to the size of subsequent move. Have you heard this statement? On my Telegram for the last 1 year, I have said one statement. Anyone knows that statement? I say it in a different thing. क्योंकि हमने उसके बहुत ट्रेडिंग करी है. मैं उसको दोबारा बोलता हूं, आप समझ जाओगे. The longer building construction, बहुत बढ़िया guys. The longer is the time taken to construct the building, the longer will be the longer the congestion, the longer is the building constructed. यही चीज है जो point and figure chart का phenomenon है. This is the nichode of that market. Same thing है. The time the prices spent in the consolidation is directly related to the subsequent move. You give me 1 year consolidation, I'll give you bigger move. You give me 10 day, I'll give you smaller move. So one technique for calculating horizontal का मतलब क्या है? Horizontal is this. Vertical is this. So I will be using this to set target also in the vertical count. I'll be using width. Horizontal count means I am using the width of the consolidation. How many days, or not days here, how many columns is the market consolidating? I will see those, look at that and use that to give me the target. So what is the formula? Very simple formula. I know it is math, but when I show on the chart, it's very easy. The formula is the lowest point plus जो भी lowest point है of the entire consolidation, the lowest point, that's called PL, plus W into R. What is W? W is called width of the consolidation. कितने columns हैं? How many column? Is it a 10 column consolidation? So 10 हो गया. Into R. R means reversal value. Reversal value is what? Reversal value is not 3. That is reversal size. Reversal value for Nifty is 150. Meaning reversal value means the box size into reversal size. Box size 50 into reversal size 3. तो हो गया 150. So if I want to calculate for Nifty, if there is a consolidation on Nifty, the lowest point of that consolidation plus what is the width of the columns? कितने column? मान लो 10 column था. 10 column multiply by 50 multiply by 3. That will give me the target. If I want the short target, same thing. You are just doing high minus the same. Examples karte. Just one thing, please remember if I order the examples. The one thing is when you are calculating the width of the columns, the width of the consolidation when you're calculating, please count the number of columns, not including the breakout column. If there is a 10 column consolidation, 11th column breaks out, don't count that 11th column when you are taking that multiplication numbers. Again, this is a disputed rule. ये जो paragraph है, this is from my CMT curriculum. ठीक है? But when you read the books from Prashant Shah, if you read the book from Du Plesis, they have said no such thing. So it is a confusion. As I said, there is no founder, there is no right way. It will only hurt by one. मतलब अगर 10 column का width है, 11th is the breakout, वो chain सिर्फ एक से ही होगा. So to take a conservative thing, on targets, I have to be conservative. So that is the reason I follow this. I don't count my breakout column. Let us do examples. You can see over here, it is the chart of cocoa. Right now, you can see $4 is the box size and reversal value is 3. It is already there. 4 is the box size. यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ in the chart. 3 is the reversal value. $12 is the minimum reversal value. जो ये हमारा फॉर्मूला है ना, ये वाला, ये जो R है, ये हो गया $12. Now, you have seen there is a buy signal. Please see where my cursor is. Markets have been consolidating. जहां पर लिखा है ना base width 25. Look at that. Markets have been consolidating, and then on that cursor, market breaks out of that huge consolidation. Again, you can say breakout यहां पर भी है, breakout यहां पर भी था. All okay. It's all okay with me. अगर if you are looking at this breakout, just by the way, if you are looking at this breakout happening over here, then your width is 19. That's fine. If you are looking at this buy signal, जो ये 3-4 column का है, then you only take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. I hope you're following with me. I am not saying यही सिर्फ buy signal था. The buy signal came over here also. If you want to take this buy signal and the target for this, you will take which column? One column of 0, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I don't take this. If I want to find out ये वाला buy signal जो यहाँ पर हुआ है, तो मेरा हो जाएगा ये पूरा consolidation हुआ है. तो ये सारे 19 columns है. I don't take the last X. So for the sake of it, I am taking this big breakout. जो market ने ये बड़ा consolidation दिया and on the 26th column broke out. You can see over here, 1, 2, 3, if you count na, over here, there are 26 columns. I am excluding the breakout column, it becomes 25. So what is the rule? The rule is, the formula is, if I want to find out target क्या निकलेगा इसका, इस breakout का, the target will be 25 multiply by 12. कितना हो गया? 25 multiply by 12 is 500. If I'm not wrong, मेरी थोड़ी math ना weak है. मैं निकाल लेता हूँ maths अपनी. 25 multiply by 12, sorry, 300. What am I saying? 300 रुपए हो गया. 12 is reversal value. 25 the width of the column. 300. Add कर दो the lowest value. It is what? The lowest value is coming up to 560 or 565 plus 565. This will be your eventual target. दिख रहा है आपको? Look at the accuracy. जो आपका ये कंसोलिडेशन था उसका एग्जैक्टली टारगेट विड्थ 2 का 870 निकल कर नीचे गिर गया. ये एक्चुअल चार्ट्स है, ये हमने बनाए थोड़ी हैं. These are actual charts in the CMT curriculum. So I've just got an excerpt of that. I can show you more examples. Look at this consolidation. ये देखिए, market is consolidating over here and then यहां पर एक बड़ा शॉर्ट हुआ. आप इसको भी निकाल सकते हैं. Look at this, width is 9 columns, highest point is 740, reversal value is 12, 740, आपका highest value है, तो minus आ जाएगा 12 into 9, तो जो भी आएगा, it will give you the number. This is called horizontal trading. ये horizontal है. I hope आप लोगों को समझ आ रहा है. मैं इसका आपको कैलकुलेशन दिखा देता हूँ. If I can just calculate this, ये दिखा देता हूँ, आप लोग समझ जाओगे एक शॉर्ट का भी. ये कंसोलिडेशन देखिए, मार्केट ने इट इज कंसोलिडेटिंग 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. I am finding this bigger consolidation. As I said earlier, you can take any short you want. According to your trade, you can take the width accordingly. But I'm taking the big trade. When ye zero sab टूटे थे. If you want to take this short, ये 0 ये वाला short, तो आप सिर्फ इनका बेस लोगे. So again, थोड़ा सा चलेगा up down. I'll take this big short when my last zero was broken. So देखिए कितना होगा 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. I don't take the last column. So look at the calculation. I again calculator. My columns are 9 multiply by reversal value 12. 4 into 3. तो हो गया 108. 108 को किससे माइनस करना है? The highest value. The highest value कितनी थी? The highest value was 740. 740 minus 108. 740 minus 108. ये कितना आ गया? 632. तो ये आप अगर देखेंगे ये 6 exactly 632 आ गया. So I hope that आपको समझ आ रहा है मैं आपको क्या बोल रहा हूं. Anyone has a doubt in this phenomenon? Otherwise, please can you tell me clear in the chat? Maybe थोड़ा सा ये new है. I understand ये new है, but try to just do it once. आप खुद के charts खोलो. एक बार go to the stock chart website. Do these calculations for yourself. You will see it's nothing. It's nothing. It is nothing. Time frame. There is no time. Jigar, there is no time frame, sir. There is no time frame in this concept. Someone is saying, why do we multiply by 12? Because that's the reversal value. Reversal value is 4 into 3. 3 का आपका होता है ना, reversal is 3. So 4 into 3, 12 हो गया reversal value. Arshur is saying, इतना level कभी आया नहीं तो क्या हो गया? वो आपका target था. That is the thing about the markets. 4 is the box size. 4 आपका box size है. यार reversal value जो आपने निफ्टी में नहीं किया traditional. If nothing is mentioned, 3 is always the reversal value. याद रखिए बात का. 3 is always the reversal value. कुछ आपके कुछ doubts आ रहे हैं which I will just address. Someone is saying width को कैसे count करना है? Width को count करना मुश्किल नहीं है. आप एक बार खुद करके देखिए. Anything आप कर लेंगे. अब example आपको वही बता रहा हूँ. If you want to calculate ये जो short आया है तो आपकी width ये है. अगर आपको ये पूरा वाला short देखना है तो आपकी पूरी ये width है. Again someone is saying आप यहाँ short करोगे तो SL क्या डालना है? SL will come out of the last X. वो तो same rules हैं. वो same नहीं है. And then because by the way Arshnur said target never came 632. So if target never came, this 0 is more than 10. If 0 is more than 10, whenever the first X will come, I told you that formula. Whenever there is more than 10 zeros or more than 10 X's, whenever the first trailing SL take, you take the target, you take the loss, or sorry, profit. It's like this. Some people are getting confused. कोई बात नहीं. 2 minute wait करो. मैं आपकी life और easy करता हूँ. I want to teach you vertical count. If you are not, because horizontal count में क्या होता है? You have to be very specific. कि यार मतलब एक doubt है कि what range should I take? Should I take a small range, big range? And I'm again repeating. If you take that small range, if you take just a small signal, तो आपका target उसके ऊपर होगा. If you taking a big signal, उसका उसके ऊपर target आएगा. तो वो just after this webinar एक बार करके देखो. You will see it's so simple. There is no time frame concept over here. If you find that difficult, I have solution for you. I have a concept called vertical count. Vertical count में क्या करना है? In vertical count, I am not seeing the width of the consolidation. What I am doing is, I am taking vertically. Vertical क्या लेना है? What column to take vertically? So you will see market is down, 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 down. There will be one column which is a very big reversal. आप काफी notice करेंगे that there will be a column that will give you a good reversal. उस column को vertically count करना है. The formula is very simple. I have many examples here. Just wait for 2 minutes. Formula is very simple. If the market is going down, bottom is established, and then vertical count is as follows. The lowest box, market गिर रहा है, vertical column फिर एक बड़ा, बहुत बड़ा spike आया, bottom establish हो गया, trend line आपकी बन गई. जो lowest box होगा plus everything is the same. the number of boxes in that vertical column multiply by reversal value. Vertical count क्या है? Market गिर रहा है, reversal बहुत बड़ा आ गया, and then a buy signal happens on the point and figure chart. Market is falling down, reversal आ गया, 45-degree trend line comes, and then eventually reversal आया, zero गिरा, फिर आपका point and figure का long आ गया. वो target क्या लेना है उसका? The target will be calculated as per the vertical count. Vertical count का target है, जो vertical हम पूरा column ले रहे हैं, lowest box of that column plus multiplication on the number of reversal boxes. मतलब क्या हो गया? कितने box है in that column? क्या वो column 10 box का था, 15 का था, 20 का था? Multiply by reversal value. For Nifty हो गया 150, for Bank Nifty हो गया 1500. Like that. I'll give you an example. Look at this chart. I have 3 more charts after, don't worry. If you look at this chart, you will see that market is going down, 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 and then a huge column of X was formed. There was a huge column of X was formed, and then eventually 2-3 0 आए, and then a buy signal was came on the axis. तो ये जो buy signal आया है, what should be the target of this? या तो आप एक horizontal वाला trade ले लो. Horizontal trade में मैं क्या ले लूंगा? ये जो पूरा consolidation है from over here 1 2 3 4, ये सारा एक consolidation ही है, कुछ नहीं है ये. या तो ये पूरा range लो, इसको प्रोजेक्ट करो. अगर ये डिफिकल्ट लग रहा है आप लोगों को, कोई बात नहीं. व्हाट यू विल डू इज, यहां जो आपका एक्स का कॉलम है ना, ये वाला, एंड ये आपका बाय, आपने यहां पर बाय किया है. द टारगेट फॉर यू इज, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, हाउ मेनी एक्सेस आर इन दिस कॉलम. सो इफ यू आर कैलकुलेटिंग, देयर आर 13 एक्सेस इन दिस कॉलम. सो हो गया 13. पुट योर मल्टीप्लीकेशन आउट. 13 है. इन्होंने ना आपको कैलकुलेशन दिया हुआ है. दे हैव ऑलरेडी सेड दैट एवरी बॉक्स इज 25 सेंट. Every box is 25 cent. They have already given to you. जैसे निफ्टी का 50 पॉइंट है, and they have said for this chart QQQ, which is the ETF of Nasdaq, 25 cent is the box size and the reversal is 3. So formula for projecting target is like this. The formula is this. The formula goes like this. I have to take 13, the number of boxes in my vertical column, multiply by the reversal value, which is 3, multiply by 0.25 is equal to 9.75. ये कैसे आया? दोबारा बता रहा हूं. आपका 0.25 is the box size, multiply by 3, that's the reversal. उतना reversal होगा तब 0 आएगा. तो 0.75 multiply by total columns over here, 9.75 plus the lowest column over here. Lowest column is about 20. So 29.75 was the target. If you still have a doubt, I have some case studies for you, which we can just quickly discuss. Just give me 1 second. I will quickly show you those charts and try to find out what they are. This is the chart of gold. So this is going to make my actually things very clear. कि gold में भी कर सकते हो आप, ETF भी कर सकते हो, जहां करना है करो, बिटकॉइन भी कर सकते हो, कहीं भी कर सकते हो. इफ यू लुक एट दिस चार्ट, आप अगर चार्ट देखेंगे, हॉरिजॉन्टली अगर काम करना है, नाउ आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग बोथ, 2 मिनट सुनो, एवरीथिंग विल बी क्लियर. इफ यू वांट टू, व्हेन इज द बाय सिग्नल? द बाय सिग्नल केम व्हेन? इट केम ओवर हियर आल्सो. इफ यू वांट टू टेक दिस बाय सिग्नल, देन द हॉरिजॉन्टल काउंट विल कम हियर. 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you want to take this buy signal, X0X, then तो ये बड़ा buy signal है. Then I will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I am just explaining horizontal width कब क्या लेनी है. It depends upon you. But I am saying ignore करो, horizontal छोड़ो, वर्टिकल की बात करते हैं. अब वर्टिकल विड्थ में यू कैन सी ओवर हियर दैट देयर वाज अ वेरी बिग रिवर्सल. मार्केट गिर रहा है. ह्यूज रिवर्सल केम इन, सम abnormal reversal. So whenever such abnormal reversals happen, and then after that later a point and figure buy is happening, this reversal can be used to predict the future or project the future. So if you can count this, I will zoom it in for you. ये कितने एक्सेस थे? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Approximate 15 थे. 15 is the number of X's. Get your calculators out. If I open the calculator, multiplication on 15, number of box in the vertical column, multiply by what is the reversal value. Yeah, लिखा हुआ है 5 into 3 gold chart. Multiply by 5, multiply by 3. It gives me how much? 225. What is the lowest point of the column? Around how much? It is coming to around 250. आप कर दो add 250, it will come to 475. And you can clearly see that is the target that they have projected. यहाँ 465 इसलिए because maybe I have counted one more X. Is it clear now, guys? समझ आ रहा है मैं क्या बता रहा हूँ? एक और एग्जांपल दिखाता हूँ, because vertical count, horizontal count बहुत easy है. लग रहा है बहुत difficult है, बहुत easy है. So आप what buy sell signal you are taking, take it according to that, and every signal will be different, giving it different targets. Look at this chart. It is very, very simple, guys. It is very, very simple. I want to, okay, let me do one thing. I want to talk to someone right now. Anyone wants to help me with this? Raise your hand. कौन मेरे को help कर सकता है? Raise your hand, guys. Anyone who wants to talk to me? Okay, हरित आपको लेते हैं. Unmute yourself, please.
Yes, sir.
मैं आपके सामने एक चार्ट दिखा रहा हूँ, ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
ये चार्ट हांगकांग का है, हैंगसेंग.
Yes, sir.
इंडेक्स का है.
Correct.
मुझे आप अब सोच के बताना. I don't know why ये जूम क्यों नहीं मेरा आज लैपटॉप कर रहा. Okay. Anyways, मैं इसको स्क्रीनशॉट ले लेता हूँ.
हाँ सर.
एक बार ना हम जूम करके देखते हैं. मैं आपको एक चार्ट अब दिखा रहा हूँ. मुझे आपने बताना है आपके हिसाब से वर्टिकल काउंट क्या आ रहा है. अगर आपको समझ आ गया देन मेरा फिर आई एम प्रोबब्ली गेटिंग थिंग्स फाइन. ये देखिए, आई विल क्रिएट थिंग इजी. मार्केट गिर रहा है. यहाँ पे यू कैन क्लियरली सी अ 45 डिग्री लाइन ऑटोमेटिकली बिकेम, मतलब ये बॉटम बन गया था अकॉर्डिंग टू PnF. एंड वहां से एक कॉलम वाज फॉर्म्ड.
Yes, sir. Abnormal reversal.
Will be the, so what's the formula like? Formula क्या होगा बताओ? First thing, what do I need?
So you need the lowest value first,
Okay,
and then
that is coming at what?
It is coming at so I can't see it properly. So can you show it? So I'm on my phone right now. That's
okay.
why.
So it is coming at 8500.
Okay, 8500.
800. हो गया 50. ठीक है, 8500 हो गया.
और वो
second thing, so we will do plus what?
Yeah, plus abnormal reversal का जितना भी count
तो
है
कितना है? देखिए कितना लिखा हुआ, बताओ कितना लिखा हुआ.
13,000 लिखा है ना sir?
नहीं, abnormal reversal का value क्या है?
I can't see it properly, sir.
It is given over here.
Sorry.
For people who are
so
there.
100.
It's 100 into 3 chart.
100 into 3. Okay.
So that's
all right.
300.
Correct.
Plus a multiply by the number of columns.
Vertical count. The vertical count.
I can count with you. थोड़ा सा भी hazy है, but you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
15 approximately.
Yes, 15.
So can I do the calculation for you? I'll do the calculation. Sir. It is 15 multiply by the reversal 300, 4500 plus 8500.
Correct.
13,000.
Yes, sir.
And that was the target. यहाँ पे आ गया था आपको. So आपका long कब बना? So अब how do you take the trade? Trade is very simple. यहाँ तो आप शायद trade ले नहीं रहे हो. So you got a reversal, you got a new long. So you went long 10,000. Target was 13K. Your Devang market to went to 15,200. So what? I made my money 3K on index. 3K on index is too much.
Yes, sir.
Understood now, guys. So now can you guys tell me in the chat if it is clear? I have tried my level best to explain this. एक बार लिख दो chat में. Is all the doubts now clear? Horizontal and vertical. Thank you. This is actually my first time teaching it in detail, so I might I might be so some people are getting confused. Last I will explain, then I'll go forward. Last part iske baad bacha hamara. So some people are still getting confused about that reversal value. Yeah, reversal aapko multiply kya karna hai? If you want to find out ki kitna bada reversal aa sakta hai, what we are doing, the point and figure chart, what we are doing is 100 into 3 kya hai? Box size into reversal value. Box size into reversal value. तो ये अगर आपको बैंक निफ्टी का प्रोजेक्ट करना है तो वो बैंक निफ्टी का है 1500, निफ्टी का है 150. इट्स लाइक दैट. तो फॉर्मूला इसका क्या है? फॉर्मूला लास्ट टाइम बता रहा हूं. फॉर्मूला इज बॉक्स साइज इनटू रिवर्सल तो हो गया. एग्जांपल निफ्टी की बात करता हूं, 150 पॉइंट मल्टीप्लाई बाई whatever is the width of the column. width कितनी है? अगर हॉरिजॉन्टल करना है, व्हाट्स द वर्टिकल काउंट, if वर्टिकली करना है, एंड आप प्लस कर दोगे फ्रॉम whatever is the lowest point. That's all. चलो अब आगे चलते हैं. वी आर नाउ डन. मेजोरिटी जो डिफिकल्ट पार्ट है वो हो गया है. अब बड़ा सिंपल है. अब एवरीथिंग इज so क्लियर. वी विल रश इट थ्रू like anything. So I am done with all these things. Now I am on the topic of chart patterns. Everyone says कि यार देवांग we have double top in Nifty, double bottom ऐसे भी होता है, तो यहाँ पे भी होता है, जरूर होता है. So I have discussed around 10 chart patterns and I will just show you what they are. I think they are the best to trade. So try to do them if you can. In 1965, एक study हुआ था that which is the best chart pattern which gives the best accuracy, and the conclusion was this: the best buy signal was ascending triple top and the best sell signal was triple bottom breakdown. दिखा देता हूं. I'm showing you once and then we'll get into detail into all of them in a bit. Just for the facts, this has been proved to be the best buy signal and this has been proved to the best sell signal. है वही ट्रिपल टॉप, है वही चीजें. तो स्टार्ट करते हैं बेसिक से. लेट अस स्टार्ट द बेसिक थिंग, डबल टॉप. व्हाट इज अ डबल टॉप? ओह माय गॉड, डबल टॉप क्या है? डबल टॉप इज समथिंग दैट यू हैव डन ऑलरेडी. द ट्रेडिशनल सिग्नल ऑन buy and sell is called double top and double bottom. Double top means you will have two column of X and one column of O. Market went up, it went down, it again went up. So the X is now one box higher than the last one X. It is a buy and SL will come over here below the last zero. This is called double top buy signal. If you want to just go through the quickly theory, what's really happening is XYZ 60 तक rise किया and meets selling pressure. It went till 60 and saw selling pressure and market went towards 57. कोई बात नहीं, यहां पर buy sell कुछ नहीं है. उसके बाद from 57 market again went to 60. Market from 57 again went till 60. Nothing is going to happen over here because yahan par what do we see? What we have to see is how the market, how the price is negotiating with the market. If the market is again getting selling, the market will come down. But yahan par we got 61. It's a higher price. It's a double top buy. It's a reliable signal, the most basic buy and sell signal on the point and figure chart. What is a double bottom? It's the most basic sell signal. The market goes down to 56, then we get a pullback to 59. Then the market again goes back 56. A 56 pehle support tha. Again market is coming to 56. I don't want to do anything. Abhi kuch nahi karna. Let the market commit to you first before you commit to the market. So when now a zero is coming, when I get 55, when I get a zero lower by one box than my last zero, this is called the traditional PnF sell or the traditional double bottom sell. So that is where you will enter the short. A lot of people ask me that what is the reason why supply overtook the demand? Not important. There are thousands or millions and people trading in the market. Some people want to go short, some people want to go long. Why is the market giving you breakdown? That's not important. What's important is how is the forces of demand and supply negotiating to give you the price. If they give you lower price, I don't care. I don't care what you think. You got to go short. If Nifty goes below 17.3, you got to go short. If Bank Nifty goes above 39.5, you got to go long. I don't care if you think you're overvalued. It's not up to you to decide. It's up to the forces of demand and supply. It's up to hundreds of devangs colliding with each other deciding. Look at this pattern. In this pattern, you can see one very good thing. This is also a double top buy. but much more reliable. Kaise? Market fell down 60.55, reversed. It again fell down 55, again went up. Isn't this what we call double bottom in price action? This is also what we call double top buy कहते हैं in PnF charts. हो वही रहा है. Market fell down, went up, it fell down, but it didn't give you lower low. Double top form, but unable to exceed that level. यहाँ पर it never ever went below. Sorry, double bottom sell never came. You can't commit to the market. So गिरा ऊपर, higher low बनाकर फिर ऊपर, and then when you break the last swing high, when you get an X above the last X, you will go long. So if you ask me, Devang, what is stronger? Is this signal stronger or is this signal stronger? I will say this signal, because यहाँ पर you have a certain amount of certainty कि where are actually with a lot of certainty कहाँ पर supports हैं. And यहाँ पर दिख रहा है that 55 is a massive support. Below 55 is a stop loss. You go long 59 and SL at 55. The third thing that we are to talk about is called double top with rising bottom. It is simple again, as the name suggests. Look at the chart. Rising bottom का मतलब क्या है? Rising bottom like this. Rising bottom in other terms, higher lows, higher highs. Rising top means higher highs. Rising bottom means higher lows. Every time the market is giving, देखो है double top. It's a double top buy only. Now please forget everything. It's a normal double top PnF buy. You are going above the last X. But this is the strongest one out of all I've talked to you till now. Why? Because last time market took support at 55. Now market taking support at 56. So market का support या low एक level ऊपर आ गया. So why is it not going below that? Which means what? It means that the demand is getting stronger. Why is it getting stronger? Because I'm getting a higher high. And the supply, that is getting weaker. The supply of shares is drying up. So if the market is giving you a buy signal over here at 60, because it's going over the last X, you don't put SL over here. You will put SL below the last zero over here. That is how you will trade this. The fourth pattern, double bottom with lower top. Same cheez hai. अब क्या हो रहा है? The market is going up, it falls down. जहां से rally है उसके नीचे चला गया. It again goes up. But you can see the highs, the X highs, they are getting lower. If the highs are getting lower, the lower tops, the buying pressure is weakening. The buying pressure or demand is subsiding. Not good, not good. And when now a double bottom sell is happening, the traditional point and figure chart sell. Now when the double bottom sell is happening, that is when you go short. And that's giving you much more conviction because you are getting the sell is happening by lower top. Market lower जा रहा है. ऊपर नहीं जा पा रहा. This is a very, very strong pattern again. If you want to trade out of all the other patterns I've taught you, this is a very, very strong pattern. Because आपको जो market का structure है वो दिखा रहा है क्या हो रहा है. What's gaining, what's losing. Now let's move to more stronger patterns. Double top is strong. जो हमने अभी तक normal signal किया है वो strong है. But triple top is stronger. As a rule of thumb, the more tops a pattern has, the more bullish. The faster the pattern develops, the more bullish. Again, I'm repeating. The more times a stock is bouncing off a level, the stronger the breakout will be. You might have heard some phrases of me. मैं हमेशा एक चीज बोलता रहता हूँ. iPhone level. In the sense that if I have an iPhone, right? If I drop the iPhone to the ground, it will not break. Try it. आप अपना iPhone अभी गिरा कर देखो, टूटेगा नहीं. It might get a scratch. But if you drop it 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, फिर टूटेगा. That's what I'm saying. The more times I am bouncing off a level, the stronger breakout will come because that level is becoming fragile. And the more tops a pattern has, the more bullish it is. ये आपका triple top है. Market comes to 58, falls. It comes to 57, it again falls. And then on the third time, it breaks. So the buy signal will come at 58. Stop loss comes where? Below the last zero over here. ये आपका stop loss है. So not only is one level again and again hitting and breaking, so that's a traditional buy signal. At the same time, you can clearly see the support is getting stronger. मतलब ऊपर जा रहा है. The supply is getting weaker. क्यों? Because जो support पहले 53 का था, वो 54 का हो गया. So this is also very crucial when you talk about point and figure chart patterns. Just like how you're finding what pattern is what. If I can just show you on my drawing it, please try to see the difference in the two. अगर एक मेरा पैटर्न ऐसे बन रहा है, आपको सिर्फ मैं एक चीज दिखाना चाहता हूं. अगर मेरा एक पैटर्न ऐसा बन रहा है, राइट, ये मेरा ट्रिपल टॉप, ये है ट्रिपल टॉप ब्रेकआउट, बिकॉज 3 column of X, 2 column of O's and breakout. It's a very very strong pattern. But यहाँ पर ऑब्जर्व करो, the support remained same. तो that's one thing. Again, इसके साथ compare करो what I have just shown you. This over here. In this pattern, you have rising support, which means supply is weakening. So this is much stronger than the stable support. Please remember that. But again, the signal is the same when you go above the last X. That's the signal is the same. So how to trade this? Some people might have a doubt. A good strategy is you can enter partial quantity on the breakout and then average or pyramid on the pullback. मैंने आपको pullback के I taught you 2 approaches. So you enter 50% over here, and when the pullback comes, you can enter 50% there. Stop loss remains the same. ये आप कर सकते हो. Triple bottom is the same. I have already told you in my first slides that triple bottom is the strongest of the sell position, sell trade. The strongest of the sell trade on PnF is triple bottom. Market gira, upar, gira, upar, gira. So the sell will come at 30. Stop loss will come at 35. Why? Above the last X. Also notice how the demand is drying up as the tops are getting lower and lower and lower. This is called a triple bottom. वही चीज है ना, market आया ऊपर and then eventually failed. It eventually failed. This is called triple bottom sell. बात वही है. Even if you don't know the pattern, signal is the same. 1 0 below the last zero. That's the same. Last 2-3 patterns. Bullish catapult. आप बोलोगे ये क्या है यार? Bullish catapult is a mixture of triple top and double top. क्या मतलब है? It's actually a confidence builder कि आप जो कर रहे हो सही कर रहे हो. First of all, a triple top happens. Observe करिए. Market went up, fell, went up, fell, and went up. So you can see where my cursor is right now. Where my cursor is right now, that's a buy signal. Because वो आपका triple top buy है. आपने वो buy किया, but sooner you found that market fell down. And you're like, shit यार, क्या यार? Catapult, bullish catapult means कि market ने triple top दिया, but उसने कभी sell नहीं दिया. After the triple top got activated, the zeros never went below the last zero. Because below this last zero, it will be a triple bottom sell. It will be a sell on point and figure chart. That never happened. But after that, a double top buy happened. A double top buy basically means, don't get confused, it means a normal buy signal. पहले triple top buy हुआ, the sell never came, a normal healthy pullback came, and then the completion happened, and this entire pattern is called the catapult. In a way, how do you trade? It's very simple. You can enter like 30% position on the triple top, pullback comes, enter some position over here, and when the completion takes place, enter the balance over there. When this entire pattern gets completed, it's got a 87.5% accuracy in a bull market. Very, very, because why? Because it's a confidence builder. बात को समझिए why? Because triple top आ रहा है, it's not failing. Failure would mean below the last zero. It's not going. It's giving you a double top after that. 2 signals are coming back to back in a small interval of time. So this is how you can enter. This is one pattern that you can be more aggressive when the entire market is in bullish mode, the sector is bullish, and fundamental is superior. आपका पूरा market bullish है, आपका sector bullish है, stock bullish है, और आपको ये pattern दिख रहा है. अपना पूरा जिगरा लगाओ. Try to go all out in that stock. This is what they are saying. How do you trade the catapult? Trading the catapult is very simple. I'll explain very quickly. when you trade the Catapult, you can do two things. As I said earlier, you enter partially on this X when the triple top buy happens. Market went up, fell down, went up, fell down, and it went up. You can enter over here partial quantity. हमेशा एक बात याद रखो. Whenever I take a trade, I will assume I am wrong. This is one habit. I want to teach you one habit, guys. Whenever I take a trade, I have learned it from the legends. सब लोग यही लिखते हैं. If you read any book by legend, they will say this, that we are very good risk managers. Meaning, we always think about how we will cover our butt if we are wrong. तो जब मैं ये trade लूंगा at 45, I will assume देवांग आप गलत हो. If I am गलत, I will never trade 100% quantity there. What I will do, अब imagine, यहाँ पर आपका एक bullish support line बन गया. If this pattern is working, please try to follow with me. If this pattern is working and the market is going to give you a good bottom and a good breakout, automatically a 45-degree line will come. So a bullish support line will come like this. So we enter partial quantity at 45. The other quantity on the pullback towards support line. If that gets broken, we are going wrong somewhere, obviously. Then we have some trouble. We might not want to go long. So partial quantity at 45, then reversal coming into support line. ये automatic है. Partial quantity here and then partial quantity when the market gives a double top buy. Stop loss क्या आएगा? Below the last zero over here. Simple सी बात है. So यही मैंने आपको बताया कि मार्केट में कुछ क्वांटिटी एट बुलिश सपोर्ट लाइन ले लो, कुछ क्वांटिटी एट 47 ले लो. टारगेट आपका एसएल क्या आ जाएगा? बिलो द लास्ट जीरो. इफ यू आर अ ट्रेडर और एन इन्वेस्टर, you can also have a stop loss on the trend line. So what I'm saying is, you don't have to wait for the market to go below the last zero of a stop loss. You can also use the trend line. कि जब तक trend line intact है, I will remain bullish. If trend line breaks, fine, I will get out. So I think the trend line is very helpful for a trader because ये ऊपर ऊपर जाता रहेगा. If you're an investor, you might want to sit a little bit longer. So you can go for that last zero wala rule. Okay. Bearish catapult is the same. It is what? Triple bottom plus the double bottom sell. Market gave you a triple bottom, gira, up, fell down, up, and then gave you a sell. When it gave you the triple bottom sell, उसके बाद ये ऊपर आया and then gave you a double bottom sell. 41 is the double bottom sell. The 40, this level, the 43 level is the triple bottom sell. And you can clearly see over here, your trend line will come. क्योंकि market ऐसे reverse कर रहा है, so ये जो मेरा cursor है, please follow my cursor. ये आपका सारा trend line आ जाएगा. This will be your 40-degree trend line. So you can enter some quantity in short at 43, certain quantity in short at X at 45. That's the trend line coming in. And then when the double bottom sell happens at 41, you can enter small quantity even there. Bearish catapult. Triangle easy है, कुछ भी नहीं है इसमें, difficult नहीं है, बहुत simple है, same है. Triangle में क्या है? It's a pattern of consolidation. Think like this. It's a tennis match. Think like this. It's a tennis match. Anyone who follows tennis. I am, let's say, Federer on one side, Nadal on the other side. It's been 2 sets all. Rally चल रहा है. Tha, 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 tha. Everyone is tired. पता नहीं क्या करना है. That's what the triangle is. Bulls try to make a win. Sellers try to win. Bulls make a win. Sellers make a win. Bulls try to make a win. Sellers make a win. So there is a confusion. Everyone's tired. Everyone's waiting for that trigger. Simple है. Generally, I follow a simple rule. मैंने यहाँ mention भी किया है. To qualify a triangle, na, I want 5 vertical columns. If you look at this chart, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see ना 1, 2, 6 है यहाँ पर. यहाँ पर देखिए 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ये 5 कॉलम होने चाहिए. ऐसा ना हो कि 2 कॉलम के बाद ब्रेकआउट है, वो इतना मजेदार नहीं है. Triangle, of course, is a very, very strong pattern because we always follow one rule. When a market is doing a congestion, उसके बाद it will expand. Whenever a market is doing congestion, it will expand. तो market triangle is a congestion. So buy signal क्या होगा? When you go over the last X. Sell क्या होगा? when you go below the last zero. ये तो same है, इसमें difficulty नहीं है. I told you in the starting, just try to recognize them on the chart. Buy, sell is the same only. 1x above the last x, 1 0 below the last zero. So one thing just note down is that there should be a 5-column consolidation to get the full force of triangle. And it is a symmetrical triangle. In other words, if I get a breakout above the last x, so this triangle is a breakout. If I get a breakdown, it will be a, so you can already see ये plus sign is the support trend line. ये support break कर रहा है, it's a short. यहाँ आपको it will become clear. You can see over here, एक market एक triangle बना रहा है. The last x was at 54. 55 अगर market आएगा, it will be a buy on triangle. If the market comes at 49, you will be below the last zero. It will be a sell on triangle. One thing I want you to remember is that, as I said, we're getting tired. तो बता दिया मैंने. Just try to understand one note that if you are in an uptrend, if the market is in an uptrend and a triangle is happening, look for breakout on the upside. If you are trading on the stock is falling down, your stock is bearish, then doing a triangle, look for breakdown. Look for that. Finally, as I said, after congestion, explosive move will happen. We are waiting, trigger, kuch to aa. And once it breaks, big move will happen. So breakouts from the triangle result in quick and explosive movement. So please be ready to act. Don't keep on looking for more evidence. The triangle in itself is a very big evidence. I have last 10 slides. Don't worry. It's about to end. Ascending triple top. It's again very, very simple. I'll show the chart also. As I said, ये सबसे ज़्यादा strong pattern है. Ascending triple top means आपको वही मिल रहा है signal. X ऊपर आ गया, signal वही है, but आप देखिए support ऊपर जा रहे हैं, and even the resistance levels are getting higher. So this is what an ascending triple top looks like. Tops getting higher, so it's like a parallel channel. Tops are getting higher and your bottom are getting higher. So you will buy at this X when the ascending triple top is getting confirmed. SL will be below the last zero. Finally, last है spread triple top. इसमें भी कोई difficult नहीं है. I'm going to give you these PDF, PPT, don't worry, so that you won't forget these names. Spread triple top same है. Chart को देखिए. Spread triple top, please follow my cursor. There is one X over here. There is one X over here. And then there is one signal over here. Spread triple top, as the name suggests, it is a triple top. How? 1, 2, and 3, but spread over a period of time. It's a spread triple bottom. It's a triple bottom, but spread over a period of time. If you remember, in the traditional triple top, triple bottom, there is no gap in the middle. But spread में क्या हो रहा है? उसके बीच में time pass consolidation है. That is causing poor signals, volatility. So ये कब होता है? This will basically form when the market is choppy and volatile. So when the spread triple top takes place, मतलब 1x, 2x, and 3x, that is very, very important. Just one thing you can note down. This never gave a sell signal. आप अगर notice करेंगे, market went up, fell down. The zeros never went below this. The zero never went below this. Zero never went below this. So in a way, it showed the certainty that market गिरेगा नहीं आज. और जो ये pattern है, ये गिरेगा नहीं market का. ये spread triple top है. Hope the pattern is clear. ज़्यादा important नहीं है. And last pattern है long tail down. ये उन लोगों के लिए है जो, in my words, पंगा लेना चाहते हैं. Bottom fishing. A lot of times we see that markets have fallen down like anything. It's falling. Yeah, when is the bottom? If you remember last time when I told you that if you are in a short trade and markets have fallen 10 columns, use that trailing SL rule. मैंने बताया था. ये वही चीज है. Long tail down का मतलब क्या है? Market it's only for down. ऊपर का नहीं बोल रहा. It's only for the downside. Market is falling. There has been a fall of 20 or more boxes without any reversal. Think about a stock. Falling. कोई reversal नहीं आ रहा. It's just falling. It's fallen down 20 or more boxes. When you see such a scenario, you want to trade a reversal. So what you're doing, do find a first reversal up. Whenever you find the first reversal up, just go long. The stop loss will be the normal sell signal. This is only for trading purpose and not for investor. Chart को देखिए. If you look at the chart, chalo, to engage all of you, can anyone tell me at the price of 25, the chat is enabled, what pattern is being formed over here? 25, what pattern is formed over here? इसको क्या बोलेंगे? इसको हम बोलेंगे ट्रिपल बॉटम सेल. ये ट्रिपल बॉटम ब्रेकडाउन. ये हुआ क्या था? पहले इसने आपको यहां बाय दिया. इट्स अ बुलिश फेकआउट. फेकआउट यहां भी मिलते हैं, ऐसी बात नहीं है. फेकआउट्स विल कम इवन हियर आल्सो. जैसे हम लोग देखते हैं ना इन द ट्रैप, व्हाट डू यू कॉल बुल ट्रैप, कि मार्केट ने आपको अच्छा ब्रेकआउट तो दिया बट ट्रैप हो गया. दैट्स व्हाट दैट वाज. इट गिव यू अ बुल ट्रैप एंड इमीडिएटली इट गिव यू अ ब्रेकडाउन. तो आप अगर लॉन्ग हो, immediately liquidate, and market fell down, immediately sell. You can see it fell down more than 20 column. गिरता गया, fell. Long tail down means whenever there is a 20 or more column fall, whenever you get first reversal कब आएगा? It will come 1, 2 and 3. तो मतलब अगर price 14 पे है, and if the price comes 3 boxes higher at 15.5, यहां पर एक X आ जाएगा. तो what I am saying is यहां पर long कर दो. Go long over here with the stop loss at below this 0. Again, I'm repeating, this is for trading purpose only, and it is not for investor. Because if a stock is falling down 20 column, there is something fundamentally wrong with the stock. You don't get any Tom, Dick and Harry falling 20 points. You will only have some really cheap stocks doing that. So just to ride the trading oversold pullback, यहाँ पर हम long कर रहे हैं, and we are just trying to trail it. Market ऊपर जा रहा है, you keep on trailing it till your SL gets triggered. This is called long tail down. ठीक है? Are all these patterns clear? The vertical count is same in Samarth. The vertical count is same in bearish pattern. Instead of adding the low plus, you will do high minus. Anyways, are all these patterns clear, guys? जो मैंने सिखाए हैं, सब समझ आ गया आपको? Okay. One doubt is someone is saying how to overcome fake outs. You can't. We already are giving a 3 rule. मतलब हम trade तब ले रहे हैं, reversal तब कर रहे हैं जब वो 3 column reverse कर रहा है. So there will be some days when the market does abnormal behavior. करेगा जरूर. तो in those days, that is why I say you manage your risk. अगर आपका fake out, like this was a fake out, अगर आपका fake out हो रहा है, तो it is always better when things are getting cloudy, निकल जाओ. This is why I said in my how to limit the risk, don't buy a double top buy. Wait for some pullback so you come into acceptable risk and then buy. If you remember that first couple of points I said, you can buy 50% over here when the market is pulling back some quantities over here. So market is very close to support. So even if support breaks, loss is not too big. So, but anyways, we can't control these things. This software is free. It is this thing. क्या कहते हैं? StockCharts. It is totally free. Saikant, you can use it for intraday also. There is no problem. The approach. So what I can tell you is 2 ways. There are 2 ways. Some people who are saying, can we do intraday? Why not? If market goes below 17,350, I will go short on intraday. Who said I can't? Secondly, if you think that if you think that you want to do more intraday, you can reduce the box sizes. So I will recommend some things. I will recommend some readings. For the time being, I will say only use the setting I'm teaching you and the default setting on the platform StockCharts. Don't reduce box size. Don't reduce the reversal size कि मैं intraday कर लेता हूँ, because the lower you get, you are just getting close to the candlestick chart. तो कोई फर्क नहीं होगा उसके अंदर. So इसमें देखो, इसमें बहुत juice है, समझो बात को. So just the last 1-2 topics are left now. We are at 1:30 and I was hoping to complete it by 2 o'clock. I hope that you are enjoying it. नया topic था, थोड़ा सा if I can give you a new perspective of things, I will be very, very happy. If anyone, even 10% people can use it in their everyday lives, I'll be very, very glad that you are trying it. It's a new thing. Thoda time lagega. It took me some time, but once you start looking at PnF, the way you look at markets, the clarity becomes very clear, and you don't get, faked out so often. If on candlesticks you are getting 10 fake outs, on PnF you get 3 fake outs. So that's the difference it creates. Okay. The last two concepts are moving averages and Bollinger Bands. Can I use indicators? We've learned so much on indicators. Can I use indicators on my point and figure charts? Of course you can. Of course. So I will teach you moving averages. How can you use that to get your signals? Moving averages should not give you buy-sell signals. By the way, moving average is a good tool for giving you what the trend is like. It's a very good tool for filtering out a trade. कि यार इसके ऊपर हम bullish हैं, इसके नीचे हम bearish हैं. But if you use it for buy sell, it's not wrong. But if you use it very erroneously, you will make big losses. So this is what I am trying to convey. I don't want you all to use the moving averages for buy sell signals, but I want you to use it for filtering the charts. So what is the signal? The signal is as follows. So you don't want to take a buy signal in a falling market. You don't want to do a sell signal in a rising market. What's the trade? A buy signal will come on a first double top buy that will occur after the price has crossed above moving average. बहुत simple है. ये मेरा moving average है. If you look at this, it's a 10 moving average. It's a 10 column moving average. What numbers can we use? You can use 10 column. If you're an intraday short-term person, you can use 10 column. If you're a medium term, 20 column. कर सकते हो आप. ये chart है FTSE 100 of UK. They are using a 10 column because short-term थोड़ा खेलना चाहते हैं. आप 5 column. So in my next, I'll show you. In my next presentation, I have 20 column for the medium-term investors and even a 5 column for even more intraday investors, even more pinpoint entries. So the shorter the moving average, the more pinpoint the entries are. Again, they can give more SLs. So the bigger the moving average, the less stop losses and less entries. The smaller the average, more entries, but again, more stop losses. So I think 20 is good. Even 13 is good. So entry kya hai? You have to take the first buy signal when you go above to trade, and you have to take the first sell signal when you go below. Observe kariye. On this 10-day moving, 10 column moving average, market gave you a fall like this. It gave a first sell signal over here. Can you see this? You went below. आपने सिर्फ, you only have to trade the first signal. Please remember, you not trading second signal. आपने सिर्फ first में काम करना है. आपका ये था last zero. Market went, gave you zero below this. ये था first sell signal below the moving average. You go short over here. SL above the last X, big profit. When you go above the MAs, when you went above the MA, आप long शायद नहीं हो, कोई बात नहीं. You maybe don't want to go long over here. That's what I'm teaching you. I'm not taking long and short on every Tom, Dick and Harry trade. I am using MAs to filter my trades. Above this MA, I'm long. So the first buy signal, ऊपर गया, नीचे over here at point number B. The first buy signal, I go long over there. SL आएगा below the last zero, and look at the profit. I can show one more example. I have marked all of them for you. You can see at point number E, for example, you went below. The first sell signal came over here. Market ने कुछ बड़ा pullback दिया, so maybe यहाँ पर आपका SL लगा होता. No doubt to that. So यहाँ पर आपको एक loss मिला होता. But again, if you re-entered later, profit मिल गया होता. If you can look at it over here, please see this example at point number F. And on the FTSE 100, market went above the MA, but it never gave buy. आप अगर observe करेंगे, the double top buy never happened. I also explained this point in my trend lines topic, that breaking the trend line is not enough. You want a traditional buy signal along with the breakout of trend line. So यहाँ पर buy never happened. So the first buy signal above happened at point F. यहाँ पर long करना है. So this is how we can use moving averages for our trading signals, buy and sell. First signal above and first signal below. Some more trades I can show you. You can look at this example as well. Again, the FTSE 100. आप थोड़ा सा मैं zoom कर देता हूँ. If you look at this chart, you went below the 20 MA. The first sell signal came at this point. यहाँ पे आप short करोगे, you got a good target. Same thing over here. यहाँ पर आप देखिए, you went above 20 MA. The first buy signal यहाँ पर करेंगे, you got a good target. ये आपका 5 MA है for the short term intraday guys. थोड़ा सा ये ज़्यादा risky रहेगा, but again could be the first entries in a new trend. If you look at this, you went below. The first sell happened somewhere over here. यहाँ पर देखिए, the first sell happened over here. ये sell आ गया. You look at this, the first buy happened over here. ये long आ गया. You look at this, this might have been a CTC or a stop loss. You look at this, you went above, ऐसे profit आ गया. So this is how you use moving average with your point and figure charts. Finally, coming to my last part, Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands. Can I get a poll on how many people know what the Bollinger Bands are? आपको पता है? Yes, please. Yes मतलब पता है आपको? अरे यार, no ना हुआ. Yes काफी है, ठीक है. Okay. ठीक है, thank you. See, I can't. Bollinger Band is a very big topic. It will take 2-3 hours. And my job today is how can I use Bollinger Bands on the point and figure charts. But I can just explain very quickly. Bollinger Bands is not a tool for buy and sell. The very important, it's something you have to learn. If I can give you one advice for your normal technical analysis, please read John Bollinger's Bollinger Bands. आपको मैं book recommend करता हूँ. John Bollinger on Bollinger Bands. ये एक book है इनकी. He is the creator of Bollinger Band. इसको पढ़िए. If there is one tool which can explain volatility and contractions, there is no tool better than this. Bollinger Bands क्या होता है? Bollinger Band, if you just put it on your chart, setting is same. Before you start to ask me, 20 and 2 setting same है. What Bollinger Band is telling you is जब band wide हो जाता है ना, when the band is very, very wide, like this, when the band is very, very wide, it shows markets are trending. Markets are quite volatile. But whenever the band squeezes like this, matlab some big explosive move will happen. Try to follow up with me. Whenever the band is squeezing like this over here, or if I can show more examples like this over here, whenever there is a contraction of the band, it shows that the markets have been consolidating, and on any trigger, it can expand. So that could be a time for you to be aggressive in the market, up or down. It doesn't say long or short. It just says, be ready, the markets can expand. And whenever the markets are very far apart, it just shows that the markets are trending, they're volatile. At the same time, the middle line is a 20 moving average. The 20 moving average is very, very important because generally, जब भी अगर तो market ऊपर के levels के पास है, it doesn't mean आप यहाँ पर short करो. ये बहुत एक आपका fundamental problem होता है लोगों में that ऊपर पे short करना नीचे buy करना, ये ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Whenever the markets are trending, so what happens is, please remember this. Whenever the markets are trending, so either the price will be outside the Bollinger Band, that shows massive trend, or it will remain very close to the upper Bollinger Band. ऊपर रहेगा. But when the market is trending and starts to go below the central mean of 20 MA, यहाँ पर अब trend बहुत weak हो गया है. यहाँ पर अब trend बहुत weak हो गया है. If you look at this example over here, when the market was bearish, a double top happened on the chart over here. When the market was bearish, either you will go below the band or you will remain close to the lower band or below the 20 MA. But if you start to go above the 20 MA, there is a problem, which means that the selling pressure is getting exhausted. It can reverse now. Now, these are the fundamental rules that I'm using when I talk about Bollinger Bands on the point and figure charts. So I am using BBs either for overbought, oversold, or I am using for finding that squeeze. Overbought and oversold. Follow with me, please. When you are in a strong uptrend, as I just explained, the price will either break the band or stay close to the upper band. Upar rahega. Market trending hai, it will remain upper. When the market is in a downtrend, it will remain close to the lower band. But please remember, what is important is not this. What is important is what it does when the price returns inside the band. Matlab, when the price breaks the upper band, ye upper band hai, price breaks above the upper band and it goes back inside the upper band. As long as you are remaining above that band, close to the band, it's fine. You are showing upward strength. But when the price, as I showed you in the examples, market ऊपर band के पास चल रहा है, ये आपका 20 MA है. So as long as the price is above 20 MA, you're fine. But once price goes below 20 MA, you might not want to be long. This is what the chart is saying. If the price is breaking above the upper band, it returns inside the upper band, but it is remaining above the central moving average. You are still strong. But if you go below that, the weakness will start. This is what I want to show you in examples. Please see this example on the chart of FTSE 100, the 13 column MA. You can use 13 column if you want more early signals, or if you can use 20 columns, the moving average, if you want more stable signals. How do I add this? I'll just explain. I will just explain. If you go on the chart of StockCharts, you can just go on the overlays, trend line ko add karte raho, और यहाँ पे you can add Bollinger Bands. और यहाँ पर आप कर सकते हो 13 and 2 update. So on the Nifty chart, your Bollinger Band, it will come. ये देखो ये बनना शुरू हो जाएगा. So these things you can already do. मेरे को अभी नहीं चाहिए, so I am clearing it all. So I just want the trend lines basically for now. So I'll add trend lines update. यहाँ से आप लोग add कर सकते हो. So if you look at the chart, आप थोड़ा सा ना ये observe करना please. यहाँ पर आप observe करिए. There is at the point number A. At the point number A, the point and figure chart gave buy signal because this column of X was above the last column of X. It is a buy signal. At the same time, my friends, you are remaining above this the middle average. चाहे आप 13 लगा रहे हैं, चाहे 20 आ रहे हो, you are above the middle average. So you should not short. And also the the double bottom short never happened. आप अगर observe भी करते हैं, there was never a short signal. Maybe यहाँ पर आया था, but it failed. Why? Because I'm above the average. This is very important in adding conviction to your trade. People who do positional trading, who want to sit in longer time periods, you can add this. I am above the 20 column MA. I have got a long signal. I am above the 13 column MA. You keep sitting as long. So when you went below this, the trend got over. The trend got over. Same thing over here. Point number B, a big sell-off happened. Some reason might be there. A big sell-off happened. How to calculate target? इतना बड़ा देखो width है horizontal count का. Market गिरा. As long as you are remaining below this 13 MA, you are short. And when the market went above this, यहाँ पर कई strength started to come. So this is telling you that when the trend is strong and when the trend is getting weak, how much should I sit in a trade? How much should I not sit in a trade? And finally, I think ये same chart है, 13 column. ये same chart आ गया, sorry. So finally, just one, two, three last things. Finally, ये मैंने कर लिया है. And the last thing is the volatility and the squeeze. As I explained to you, sometimes the markets are very choppy. What we need is a squeeze on the band. Whenever the band is squeezing, a big movement happens. And you will be surprised to see how the profitability increases when the band squeezes. Again, I'm on the FTSE charts. You can see at point number B, the market squeeze, Bollinger Band squeeze. You can see again 13 column Bollinger Band. ये कितना पतला हो गया? It's become so narrow. Squeeze generally क्या होता है? I have done many definitions about it, but generally when the point and figure is just five columns. 5 column मतलब सिर्फ X is 5 points, 5 boxes, O is 5 boxes. आप यहाँ notice करेंगे सिर्फ 5-4 box का column है. That's all. आप यहाँ नोटिस करेंगे सिर्फ 5 या 4 कॉलम है, दैट्स कॉल्ड अ स्क्वीज, and you will see it on the Bollinger Band. Whenever the markets are squeezing and then a signal happens, the accuracy increases. अब यहाँ पर आप ऑब्जर्व करिए, a zero, ये देखो ट्रिपल बॉटम सेल हुआ यहाँ पर, this was triple bottom sell. You are below the 20 EMA, remain short as long as you're above it, and there was a squeeze to add confirmation. Look at this example. There was a squeeze, then a triple top buy, a big move happened. As long as you were above the middle average, you were fine. When you went below this, then things became sideways and down. You can see this massive squeeze on Bollinger Band, and then a triple bottom or triple top buy happened, and look at the accuracy. So, and as long as you're above the middle number, you are comfortably fine. अब यहाँ पर ये कौन सा पैटर्न बन रहा है? ये ट्राइंगल बन रहा है, ये ट्राइंगल बन रहा है. सो जब वो दोबारा टूटेगा एक और मूव आएगा. So this is called the Bollinger Band squeeze. And that's all, guys. These are some concepts which I feel were very important that I wanted to discuss with you guys on the point and figure chart. I hope I've done justice. Before I take on to your doubts, I do have some charts I want to share. कुछ मेरे पास charts हैं I want to share. And then if anyone is clear, you are most welcome to exit the meeting. And otherwise, I will take your doubts. कुछ examples दिखाता हूँ. Please, they are current live example on the Indian markets. Please look at this chart. This chart is of Crompton Greaves. Crompton Greaves, just by the way, if anyone, ये मैंने ना वो की है, वो scan से लिया हुआ है. मैंने in the starting सिखाया था how to go to the scan. And just you can look how the brilliant trend lines come, trend line comes, automatic बनता है. यहाँ पर आप observe करिए. It's a spread triple top buy. कैसे? Market ऊपर गया, fails. Market ऊपर गया, fails. But can you see the zero, the sell signal never happened? The sell signal never happened, तो short तो थी नहीं कभी. And it's not a triple top. The triple top में क्या होता है? It should give you without any gap. So there was a spread in the middle, and finally जब ये टूटा, when 408 came, there was a long on Crompton Greaves, and currently it's at 424. It's a very simple pattern. And one good thing was, you can see how the O's are getting higher and higher. So that is some conviction coming in. If anyone wants to do the vertical count, ये वाला जो count है ना, ये इसको लगा के करना है. इसको आपको count करना पड़ेगा. So 312 plus whatever is the distance between जितने भी ये column है into reversal value, वो आपका निकलेगा. Target maximum इसका क्या आएगा? So just I can give you target काफी बड़ा आएगा, but I will not be surprised if it happens in the coming days, if the market is bullish, of course. So you can see column कितने 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23. 23 are X's. तो मैं कैलकुलेशन करता हूं. कैलकुलेशन 23 मल्टीप्लाई बाई कितना उसका रिवर्सल है 3 मल्टीप्लाई बाई बॉक्स साइज 4 is equal to 276. The lowest point is what? Around 308 plus 308 is equal to 584. तो अभी बहुत कहता है अभी बहुत ऊपर जा सकता है स्टॉक. Depending on जो इसने ये फॉर्मेशन की है, 584 is target that opens up. Let's see. Maybe after a couple of months we will get those levels. Let us see. Anyways, ये आपका point and figure का triple swing buy है. ये देखिए ascending triple top buy in my favorite stock Apple. Ascending triple top. ऊपर गया fail, ऊपर गया fail, ऊपर गया. Tops are getting higher, bottoms are getting higher. That's called an ascending triple top pattern. ठीक है. ये देखिए ascending triple top in Canara Bank, and I have done vertical count भी आप कर सकते हैं, जरूर कर सकते हैं. Same thing देखिए यहाँ पर when do you go long? There was a trend line. Ascending triple top ये क्यों है? ये X है, ये X है, ये X है. Ascending triple top हो गया. Lows are getting higher. Short signal कभी हुआ नहीं है. Short will come when? Okay, can I ask everyone on the chat? Can you tell me when will the short signal come? In Canara Bank, when will the short signal come? 216. 216. बहुत बढ़िया. 220 भी नहीं आएगा, 216 पे आएगा. तो 216 के नीचे हम लोग शॉर्ट करेंगे. So यहाँ पर आप ऑब्जर्व करिए, वर्टिकल काउंट करना चाहे तो कर सकते हो. व्हाट यू विल डू, आपको दिखा देता हूँ. वर्टिकल काउंट अगर हमें करना हो अभी दिखा देता हूँ. सो हाउ मेनी कॉलम रहते हैं? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. 15 एक्सिस है. ओपन द कैलकुलेटर. 15 इज द एक्सिस, मल्टीप्लाई बाय 3 इज द रिवर्सल वैल्यू, मल्टीप्लाई बाय कितने का स्केल है? 4. तो मतलब 180 पॉइंट का मूव आएगा. द लोएस्ट पॉइंट इज 172 प्लस 172 इज इक्वल टू 352. तो ये भी कहता है बहुत ऊपर है अभी टारगेट, तो ये कहता है अभी काफी ऊपर जा सकता है. सो दिस इज व्हाट इट इज. इफ यू वांट टू टेक स्मॉलर नंबर्स देन यू माइट वांट टू टेक समथिंग लाइक दिस, कुछ देना पड़ेगा. सो और ये आपको लेना पड़ेगा. तो इतना इसका टारगेट ओपन है ऑन द पॉइंट एंड फिगर चार्ट. जब तक सेल नहीं आता तो ये टारगेट अभी तक खुला है. By the way, if you look at the top gainer last week, it's public sector banks. That's what helps the market higher. Looks optimistic targets, but it is what it is. That's what the rules are. You can see how the trend lines are. जब देखिए मार्केट ने ये ट्रेंड लाइन को ब्रेकआउट दिया, उसके बाद आपने यहां पर लॉन्ग नहीं करना, बट जब इसने ट्रेंड लाइन का सिग्नल दिया एट 224, यहां पर आपका लॉन्ग है. बट लुक हाउ अ ब्यूटीफुल मूव केम आफ्टर द ट्रेंड लाइन ब्रोक. So they are very, very important numbers that we have to keep in our mind. Bullish triangle, chart of century ply कर अभी ब्रेकआउट हुआ है. So if the market is bullish, then this stock can perform. Obviously, we always follow a top-down approach. अगर market गिर रहा है, then we don't go long, we go short. If the market goes up, we go long, not short. You can see over here, triangle दिख रहा होगा आपको, बड़ा candle, halt, 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 and then at 685, it's just given a long right now. अभी long मिला है इसका. So currently it's at 690, giving you a big target. You can also see how this trend line worked. When the market came to the trend line, it took a reversal, but it gave a buy at 605. And ever since that, you can clearly see how you have never got a sell. पहले zero यहाँ पर था, फिर zero यहाँ पर था, फिर zero यहाँ पर था. Can you see over here at 615? It's a triple top buy. I hope you can follow with me. ये देखिए, ये है ट्रिपल टॉप बाय. ऊपर गया फॉल, ऊपर गया फॉल, 615 ट्रिपल टॉप बाय, ऊपर गया पूरा. And now it's a triangle buy. That's how the markets are working. It's very, very simple. If I can go an example of bullish catapult. Look at this chart. This is bullish catapult. पहले market ने, it's very, very simple. This is GIC, housing finance. Market ने breakout दिया at 140. The market gave a breakout at 142. It reversed, but you can clearly see bullish support line coming in. Market ने bullish support line मिल रहा है. It has never gone below the last zero. The short तो कभी बना नहीं. And now it's given a double top buy. So if the market is bullish, the sector is bullish, this can be potential long. So because इसने पहले triple top buy दिया, it fell down and gave a double top buy now. So अभी भी इसका long है with a SL of about 136, 134. Big SL, but it's just the way how it is. And you can see how the trend line works. Markets giving massive support and how this breakout happened. It's a beautiful chart on GIC Housing Finance. Another example is chart of Alchem Lab. Just study the chart on how beautiful that. Just see how the trend lines are. I have got this screenshot to show you how accurate the trend lines are. Market जब भी levels पे आता है fail कर जाता है. You can see when the market came over here, अटक गया, ऊपर आया अटक गया, etc. नीचे आया support था, bounce कर गया. There how beautiful trend lines are. And finally one last, ये मैंने discuss कर दी है. So this is what the point and figure charts are. And I hope you've had a good time. And I hope you've got some learning experience out of this. So what I'll do right now is I will take the questions, take your doubts now. And if anyone is through with this, thank you for coming in and welcome to the family, guys. So let's take in your doubts. And if anyone has to go somewhere, you are most welcome. You can always listen to these doubts later. I'll be sending you the recording. So what I'll do is please raise your hands and I will unmute yourself time one by one and take in your doubts. Okay? Omkar, let's start with you. Omkar ji, bataiye please. Omkar, Santosh Omkar, you have a doubt? Okay, anyways, Sandesh, bataiye please.
Sir, I have 4 doubts. So very first being the why not trading view? Why can we not use the trading view chart?
See, to be honest, I haven't really practiced trading view, but trading view में ना थोड़ी numbers अलग आते हैं. If you are comparing daily chart or point and figure of Nifty ना, इसका अलग आ रहा है. आप देख सकते हैं, अलग देता है. तो I still have to explore इसकी settings क्या है, इन्होंने ये क्या किया है, but अभी मैं वो नहीं ले रहा. Settings अलग है. Settings अलग है.
Okay, so
तो basically आप यहाँ पढ़ सकते हैं, उन्होंने reversal 200 का लिया है, and उस तरह वो काम करें. So that is why थोड़ा system अलग है. And maybe they have taken closing basis. So if you can change the settings, वो कहाँ से करते हैं मुझे एक बार देखना पड़ेगा. If you can change the settings, then this also will become quite useful.
okay, the second doubt is can you open the Nifty chart for 4th of August?
Okay, एक ना doubt मैं थोड़ा सा भूल गया था. So I am basically using StockCharts platform, and I am using, अगर मैं अपने, so I am a paid member. I actually haven't paid after some time. I don't know why I'm still a member. Maybe they are still putting me as a member. Anyways, मैंने सिर्फ एक बार पे किया था. But anyways, I go to the dashboard and I go to this advanced scans, predefined scans. तो जब मैं यहाँ पर जाता हूँ ना, यहाँ पर ये सारे patterns देखो आ जाते हैं. Bullish reversal pattern, even ये देखो bearish PnF patterns, bullish PnF patterns. तो ये सब यहाँ पर आपको मिल जाएंगे. NSE पे कौन सा है, etc etc. तो you can quickly scan it through this also. हाँ जी, बताइए संदेश, बताओ.
Can you open 4th of August of Nifty chart?
4th of August. Point and figure?
Normal candlestick.
So normal, हाँ जी, बताइए. हाँ जी.
So 4th of August में there was a fall of around 200 points.
हाँ जी.
So उसमें O क्यों नहीं आया था point of figure chart में?
तो क्योंकि एक सेकंड मैं देख लेता हूँ. सो क्या हुआ, अगर मैं अगर क्लोजिंग पे रखा होता है अपना क्लोजिंग, तो नहीं आना चाहिए. बिकॉज आई हैवंट क्लोज्ड. ये क्या हो गया?
Okay, so you're using the highs and lows.
हाँ जी. सो अगर आप हाई,
right.
तो मैंने क्लोजिंग पे आई थिंक रखा हुआ है. अगर मैं हाई लो पे रखता हूँ, तो इसका ना एक बड़ा एग्जांपल देता हूँ. इसका ना एक इसका चक्कर है. कभी कभी क्या होता है हाई लो में, क्या होता है सिस्टम को वो पता नहीं चलता कि पहला क्या आया था, पहले हाई दिखाया था कि लो दिखाया था. तो समटाइम्स द चार्ट्स गेट कंफ्यूज्ड कि पहले हाई था कि पहले लो था. तो वो कैलकुलेशन गलत कर देता है. इन वेरी सिंपल टर्म, अगर आप हाई लो रखते हो ना, जनरली इफ यू कीप अ हाई एंड लो, तो आपका अगर लो आ गया तो वो चार्ट को प्लॉट करना पड़ेगा जीरो. अगर आप क्लोजिंग रखते हो तो उससे क्या होगा, आपका जीरो नहीं आएगा, बिकॉज क्लोजिंग 150 पॉइंट नीचे नहीं है. डिफरेंस समझ आ गया? सो माय रिकमेंडेशन इज, अगर आपको वॉलेटिलिटी नहीं चाहिए तो क्लोजिंग पे रख दो. अगर आपको यार हर ट्रेड लेना है, थोड़ा सा और काम ज्यादा करना है, तो हाई लो पे रख दो. ठीक है.
So one more doubt. How can we use this in option and in cash position? So the
Example?
things will be different in option because there will be a theta decay and everything. So can you compare the options and cash segment for point of figure chart?
So we don't have options with on price पे कर नहीं सकते. For till now, I don't think we can do it on Indian option prices. So I don't currently have an option. So I can tell you one thing. पता है क्या? If there is a normal buy signal, traditional double top, थोड़ा सा maybe option selling करना चाहते हो आप, या थोड़ा सा future में काम करना चाहते हो, या cash में काम कर लो. But when there is more conviction on signals like triple top, like that, or a catapult, maybe that is when you want to do option buying. समझ गए? ये मैं
Yes, sir,
recommend,
clear, sir.
ये मैं recommend करूंगा. तो when you see, और for example, जब कोई trend line, अब जैसे निफ्टी का trend line break हुआ था, option buying कर लो, because that's a solid signal. So on solid signals you can do buying. On the other signals you might want to do selling or future or cash. Okay. ठीक है, संदेश हो गया आपका. थैंक यू. अभिषेक. ओके. निखिल, मिस्टर निखिल रेडी? बताइए सर. ओके. हरित बताओ.
Yes, sir. So good morning. So good afternoon, actually. So I have two doubts. First, sir, agar intraday basis pe if you want to trade from the PnF chart, then sir, what are the settings which you recommend us to apply it in stock charts?
So I'll tell you one thing. We are getting started. Okay.
Okay.
One thing, of course, we want is currently Bank Nifty is 500 points. So this is too big for intraday, right?
Yes, sir.
So the first thing obviously would be that I could reduce my box size there. That could come
Okay.
up to 0.25% or maybe 1%, because currently we're at like 1.5%. I will just tell you one thing. I know we are doing intraday. I also do intraday. But what if I can only take the major signals on the market and then when they are happening, trade them intraday? Rather than for now using changing my settings and getting stopped out with the volatility. How about I only find big signals? So for example, when 39,500 is touched, point and figure chart goes long on Bank Nifty, then I will look for all buy on dips on intraday. I look for all kind of longs on intraday.
All right.
So I am trying to preach a top-down approach. This is what my goal to you will be.
All right, sir. So my one more question to you is that, sir, so this is more
Just one
more
second.
related. Yeah.
For example, 17,300 breaks. What I will do is I will do sell on rise intraday for the next couple of days. Any rally, any candlestick pattern, I will short. So I am doing intraday by keeping my major trend in mind. So I am using point and figure, to be honestly, to define what's the overall structure of the market like.
All right. So you're basically trying to tell us that, market jab band hota hai, then know for tomorrow, is it a buy on dip or a sell on rise through point and figure chart? Correct? Yeah. And so basically my one more question was that, suppose you're starting off with a 1 lakh or 50,000 capital, all right? So sir, will the risk you deploy in the capital, let's say you're doing 2 lots or even 3 lots in Nifty. So the risk which you will define for the trade, will it be on the capital you
It will be
deploy
on the
on
capital.
the trade?
I understand the question. So the question is, the percentage of risk is what? I'll explain. देखिए, आपका 1 lot आप trade करते हो, right? Let us say that costs you 10,000 rupees. If you say I want to take 1% risk on my trade, the 100 rupees, है ना?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Nope.
100 rupees impossible. So when I say that don't lose 1% or 2% more than that on your trade, I mean not more than 2,000, which is 2% of your 1 lakh.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying.
All right, sir. So basically 2% of the total capital you have in your trading account. All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for me. Have a good day ahead. God bless you.
Jatin, बताओ.
बैक टेस्टिंग फॉर पॉइंट एंड फिगर चार्ट कैसे करेंगे अभी लाइक इन हेलो
हाँ बताओ
अभी इन आवर ट्रेडिंग व्यू अकाउंट वी कैन गो बैक 1 year 2 year इन पॉइंट एंड फिगर चार्ट वी कैन गो.
अब ये देखिए, बार रिप्ले इज नॉट अवेलेबल हियर. आप ये नहीं कर सकते हो. दिस इज वन थिंग दैट वी यूज्ड टू डू इन कैंडलस्टिक्स, राइट? बार रिप्ले इसमें अलाउड ही नहीं है, लिखा हुआ है यू कांट डू इट. सेम इन द सेम टाइम आल्सो आप उसमें भी नहीं कर सकते हो बार रिप्ले ऑन योर कैंडल.
सॉरी माय आपका क्वेश्चन समझा नहीं आपको.
हाँ जी.
पॉइंट एंड फिगर चार्ट पे वी कांट गो 1 year बैक टू सी द चार्ट.
उसका एक होता है, मैं बता देता हूँ. उसका ना एक सेटिंग होती है, वो मैं बता दो चेंज कैसे करते हैं. उसका अगर आप टाइम थोड़ा बदल दोगे ना, यार ये पता नहीं क्या हो जाता है इसको. एनीवे, पॉइंट एंड फिगर.
सॉरी या.
हाँ जी. इसमें ना इसमें एक चीज होती है, पीरियड डेली है, एंड डेट टुडे, फिल द चार्ट वाइड. एक सेकेंड, अपडेट. समझ गए?
ओके, अंडरस्टूड.
ठीक है.
हाँ.
दिस इज व्हाट आई वांटेड टू शो यू. ये मैंने पूरा फिल दैट वाइड कर दिया है. अब ये बड़ा पुराना हो गया चार्ट. अब ऐसे करके आप काफी कर सकते हो. और तो यहाँ पर आप ऑब्जर्व करो, जब मार्केट गिरा था ना मार्च में, जस्ट वन थिंग टू आप लोगों को याद होगा, एवरीवन हमने ट्रेड लिया था. वी बॉट अ ट्रेड कॉल्ड 60,000 कॉल्स. आप लोगों को याद है? वी एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम on 8th of March, we went long on 16,000 calls. अब आपको इंटरेस्टिंग बात बताऊं, यहाँ पर तो कोई सपोर्ट था नहीं, अब यहाँ पर चलो ये एक सपोर्ट था, बट किसी की हिम्मत नहीं थी यहाँ पर खरीदने की। बट आप अगर आज पॉइंट एंड फिगर चार्ट देखते हो ना, तो वो आपका मेजर ट्रेंड लाइन सपोर्ट था। दिस इज व्हाई आई से ट्रेंड लाइंस आर ट्रेंड्स ऑफ ट्रेंड्स। तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। ठीक है जतिन,
थैंक यू।
थैंक यू। समिक, समिक जी बताइए प्लीज। ओके, हाँ जी समिक।
Devang, I had a doubt. Can I
Yeah.
talk?
हाँ जी।
Yeah. So actually, I wanted to know what are the premium features if we buy premium thing. Na? So what are the premium features which we get? So if
See, I like StockCharts is a very good platform for analysis. That's what I can tell you. In the live market, I am also on TradingView, but StockChart is very useful for those, number one, for the predefined scans, but number two, plus the tools that they have. I would say for the time being, if you're able to use point and figure chart for free, do that. If you want to take things to the next level, do RRGs, relative rotational graphs. If you want to use breadth indicators, वो trading view offer नहीं करता, उनके पास नहीं है. So all these market breadth tools, relative strength charts, they are over here. So for the time being, you can carry on TradingView, do this for free. Maybe later on, when you see that this is just something next level, I want those predefined scans, I want the breadth analysis, etc. Then if you want to shift there, because ये भी around $15 का है. I think वो भी इतना ही होता है, trading में भी इतना ही होता है.
yeah.
So
Okay, thank you, Devang.
you can ignore for the time being.
Okay, then thank you. That answers my question.
हेलो सर।
हाँ जी, एक सेकंड, मिस्टर हर्ष राठौर बताइए।
हाय सर, गुड आफ्टरनून।
हाँ जी।
अच्छा, मुझे सर 2-3 डाउट थे। एक तो जो आपने वो पुल बैक पे एंट्रीज बताई थी, देयर आर 3 मेथड्स, राइट? एक तो ट्रेडिशनल अपना है, एक सेकंड पुल बैक और थर्ड पुल बैक प्लस कंफर्मेशन, राइट? उसमें सेकंड वाला एक बार वापस बता सकते हो? पुल बैक पे
सेकंड बड़ा सिंपल है। फर्स्ट इज कि आप जब एक्स हो गया तो बाई कर लो, वो तो फर्स्ट है ना,
या ट्रेडिशनल वाला।
सेकंड में क्या होता है, आपका ये एक्स आ रहा है और आपका मान लो यार ये 0 है एग्जांपल, और उसके बाद ये हो गया ब्रेकआउट, ये हो गया ऐसे ब्रेकआउट, तो आप यहां नहीं ले रहे हो बिकॉज यू थिंक लॉस इज टू बिग, यू आर लेटिंग इट कम बैक सो दैट व्हेन यू आर डिफाइनिंग द रिस्क, आपका रिस्क तो यही है इतना, सो यू आर बाइंग इट आइदर हियर और आइदर हियर सो दैट रिस्क इज नेग्लिजिबल। जो जेसी लिवरमोर ने कहा था, आई एम ट्राइंग टू बाय एज क्लोज एज पॉसिबल टू द डेंजर पॉइंट, ये चीज है वो। तो इसमें देयर इज नो लॉजिक, इट्स जस्ट दैट ऑलरेडी यू आर इन अ बाई मोड, वी आर जस्ट वेटिंग फॉर अ पुल बैक, आई एम लुकिंग फॉर व्हाट्स माय एक्सेप्टेबल लिमिट ऑफ रिस्क, आई विल ट्रेड। आई विल गिव यू एन एग्जांपल, व्हेनेवर आई टेक अ ट्रेड ना ऑन माय ऑप्शन सेलिंग, मैं हमेशा बोलता हूं कि यार मेरे लिए ना 80,000 लॉस बहुत होता है, उससे ज्यादा अगर मैं करता हूं ना तो मेरे को मैं रिकवर नहीं कर पाता, इन द सेंस फिर मेरे को टाइम लगता है, इट कैन टेक 1 वीक आल्सो, प्लस साइकोलॉजी गेट्स अफेक्टेड। सो व्हेनेवर आई टेक अ ट्रेड, आई विल कीप दिस इन माइंड, देन डिफाइन माय मैक्सिमम प्रॉफिट। दिस इज व्हाट आई एम सेइंग। सो आई विल वेट फॉर माय प्राइस टू कम टू अ रेंज व्हिच विल गिव मी दिस मच लॉस इफ आई गो रॉन्ग, एंड प्रॉफिट इज द इफ इट कम इट कम्स। गॉट इट?
ओके, मतलब जैसे आपने वो एग्जांपल में बताया, जब तक वो 0 के नीचे नहीं जाता है वहां तक तुम कभी भी एंट्री ले सकते हो, राइट?
हाँ जी, राइट।
और सर, या थैंक यू। और एक और मेरा था डाउट कि एक आपने जो एग्जांपल बता रहे थे लास्ट में चार्ट्स का, उसमें एक में वो चेंज हो रहा था, अपना स्केल चेंज हो रहा था। आप लास्ट में जो एग्जांपल बता रहे थे,
लॉगरिथमिकली स्केल चार्ट होगा, उसको फॉर द टाइमिंग छोड़ दो। देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड लॉगरिथमिक स्केल चार्ट, वो निफ्टी में भी होता है।
नीचे डिफरेंस 2 था, ऊपर जा रहा था तो 4 हो जा रहा था।
मैं वही बता रहा हूँ ना, बेसिकली अभी फॉर पीपल हु आर न्यू, इफ आई गो ऑन अ वीकली चार्ट, आप पता है क्या बोलोगे, अरे यार एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ, यू विल से 7,000 से लेकर 9,000 इतना मूव था, बट यार ये तो अलग ही था, बट जबकि ये मूव से ज्यादा फर्क नहीं था। व्हाट आई एम सेइंग इज करंटली इफ आई डू लॉगरिथमिक स्केलिंग, यू विल सी दैट, नोटिस करना, आप देखोगे जो मूव्स है ना उनके इंपैक्ट खत्म हो जाते हैं। लॉगरिथमिक स्केलिंग का मतलब क्या होता है, इवन द मूवमेंट्स ऑन द स्मॉलर चार्ट, अगर मूवमेंट 100% का है, वो आगे भी व्हेनेवर मार्केट हैज गॉन अप 100%, वो उतना ही लगेगा जितना अभी पहले लग रहा था। इन अ नॉर्मल चार्ट, In a normal chart, we tend to ignore, we don't give importance to this. जबकि ये बहुत बड़ा movement था. But when this is happening over here, we say ये बहुत बड़ा move था. So when we do logarithmic scaling, if a movement is 100%, अब ये देखिए, if you look at this move, ये move 100% था. This is looking like same what has happened over here. But if I go to normal scaling, अरे ये तो important ही छोटा सा ही था. That's the difference. So in that example, there was logarithmic scaling.
Okay. And the last doubt, वो time frame कितना जा सकता है PnF में? Daily, last is daily, right? उसके नीचे नहीं जाता है.
वो time frame आप बदलोगे फर्क भी नहीं पड़ेगा. By the way, if I can just मैं आपको just since आपका question था ये time frame का, can I change the time frame? यार Du Plesis एक book है ना मेरे पास यार, वो कहाँ गई? ये definitive का, एक सेकंड मैं आपको ना दिखा भी देता हूँ. किसी का आपका डाउट होगा, can I change the time frame and get a big difference? Even if you change the time frame, फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. If you change box size and reversal value, chart will change. If you change time frame, for example, if you go over here, daily 60, वो chart same ही रहेंगे. मैं आपको दिखा देता हूँ just to make a point of it. Because time frame उसको, because we are time independent on this chart. इसमें ना एक पूरा एक इन्होंने फिगर लिया हुआ है. जस्ट 1 सेकेंड. बड़ा इलेबोरेट बुक है. मैं जस्ट आपको इसको थोड़ा सा, मैंने काफी पॉइंट्स तो कवर करे हैं. चूजिंग द टाइम फ्रेम, चूजिंग द टाइम होराइजन 246. I can just go on 246. Just 1 second, guys. I know it's a new concept. Take it in. I don't want you trading with it tomorrow. Take it in. थोड़ा सा इसको टाइम दो, अपने आप you will start to fall back upon this. ये देखिए, यहाँ आपको चार्ट दिखाते हो. मुझे याद है एक मैंने चीज पढ़ी हुई है. 246 चेजिंग द टाइम आया नहीं है, यहाँ आएगा. चेजिंग द रिवर्सल साइज. एक सेकंड का, वन वेरी सॉरी यार. चेंजिंग द डेटा टाइम फ्रेम. एक फोटो ही नहीं आ रहा है, पता नहीं कुछ दे मिस्ड इट आउट.
86 पे आ गए हम लोग, बहुत नीचे आ गए.
वो पता नहीं है नहीं. अगर आप करेंगे ना, बट ट्राई कर लेना, वो फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, मुझे पता है ना. तो वो आपको थोड़ा चार्ट इनलार्ज हो जाएगा, बट होगा वही चार्ट.
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच.
मिस्टर साई क्रांत.
हाँ भाई, मेरे को 3 डाउट्स है भाई. सो आपने बोला था कि ये जो भी ट्रेंड लाइन्स है ना, वो ऑटोमेटिकली हो जाता ना, आ जाता ना. सो हम लोग मैन्युअली ट्राई करना है तो कैसे ट्राई करेंगे इसके ऊपर, मैं ड्रॉ करना है तो?
ओके. इसमें ना मैनुअली का मेरे ख्याल अलाउ नहीं करता. तो मैं आपको इसका एक वे फिगर आउट कर दूंगा. बट इजी काम पता है क्या है आपका? ये जो मैं इसको अगर मैं हटाऊं ना, एंड डेट, यार वो कहाँ है मेरा. बट जब आप चार्ट बनाते हो ना, तो आपको ऑटोमेटिकली पता है मैनुअली क्या ट्रेंड लाइन बन रही है. अब जैसे ये है ना ट्रेंड लाइन, तो आपको ये ऑटोमेटिकली आप एक बना सकते हो. अब यहाँ पर ना ऑन पॉइंटर फिगर चार्ट ये अब हो नहीं रहा ऑन स्टॉक चार्ट. सो मैं इनको एक बार राइट करके आई विल टेल यू कैसे करना है. बट कि मैन्युअली आपको ड्रॉ करना है तो वो बता देता हूँ. इन दिस करंट प्लेटफॉर्म they are don't allowing it to do it. So I will have to run it through their system. So I'm sorry about that.
भाई और एक चीज है कि ना, हम लोग टेक्निकल एनालिसिस के बारे में बात कर रहे थे ना, हम लोग ट्रिपल टॉप या ट्रिपल बॉटम देखा था ना. ट्रिपल टॉप के पास ना हम लोग सेल करेंगे. सो ये उल्टा है ना भाई, बस
है वही चीज, नाम अलग है चीज वो.
हाँ,
जो ट्रिपल टॉप है वो यहाँ ट्रिपल बॉटम है, जो ट्रिपल बॉटम और ट्रिपल टॉप है वही चीज, बट नाम अलग है.
वही उल्टा है ना बस.
हाँ. अब फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन योर नॉर्मल चार्ट्स, ये ट्रिपल टॉप सेल है. दिस इज कॉल्ड ट्रिपल बॉटम सेल इन योर पॉइंट एंड फिगर चार्ट.
और एक चीज भैया, सो हम लोग फॉर एग्जांपल ट्रेंड्स के लिए देखा तो ना, प्राइमरी और सेकेंडरी रहेगा.
हाँ जी,
है ना. सो एक्चुअली जब हम लोग लाइक चार्ट पैटर्न्स देखा तो ना, असेंडिंग ट्रायंगल, डिसेंडिंग ट्रायंगल जो भी, सो वो ट्रेंड के हिसाब से है तो ना वो प्रॉफिटेबल रहेगा हमेशा. सो लेट्स सपोज if the primary trend is down trend और secondary trend up trend है तो ना, उधर एक ascending triangle या कुछ भी पैटर्न बना रहा तो ना, सो वो टाइम पे हम लोग कैसा ट्रेड लेंगे भाई?
सो बेटर रहता है. अब ऐसा कुछ कह रहे हो ना आप, so there is more probability ये कि ये कंटिन्यू नीचे होगा. So what you can do is, अगर आपका डाउन ट्रेंड है और वहां पर एक असेंडिंग ट्रायंगल बन रहा है, तो आप अगर वो ब्रेकआउट करता है, टेक इट इन लेस क्वांटिटी, क्योंकि आप अगेंस्ट द ट्रेंड हो, एंड अपने एसेट्स को टाइट रखो. बट अगर ये नीचे ही ब्रेक करता है, then it becomes that continuation pattern. As I said in my presentation also, कि अगर market गिर रहा है, you want to short. अगर market बढ़ रहा है, you want to go long. Against जाओगे तो थोड़े SLs को tight रखो. ऐसा नहीं है नहीं कर सकते हो, but SLs को tight रखो, quantities में कम करो, so that loss बड़ा नहीं होगा.
और एक चीज भैया, सो हम लोग फॉर एग्जांपल लाइक क्या बोलते हैं टेक्निकल एनालिसिस और इसको दोनों को कंबाइन करा तो ना रिजल्ट अच्छा आएगा ना इसका?
जरूर अच्छा आएगा. ये टेक्निकल एनालिसिस ही है सर.
ओके,
आप गलत सोच रहे हो. मैं आपको कोई चाइनीज नहीं सिखा रहा. ये टेक्निकल एनालिसिस का बड़ा फाउंडेशन है जो हमें पता ही नहीं था किसी को. अब ये चीज आगे आ रही है कि यार इसको करो. आप कभी भी देखेंगे ना, जो बड़े बड़े ट्रेडर्स है ना, आई एम नॉट सेइंग ये लोग करते हैं, बट पीपल हु आर सिटिंग इन लॉन्ग 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 पोजीशन, जो छोड़ते नहीं है, वो इसके लिए है. आप स्टॉक्स खोलिए अदानी टाइप के, इसके ऊपर जब आप खोलोगे देखोगे वो मार्केट खत्म ही नहीं करता. अब खोल लेते हैं. अदानी आई हैव हर्ड काफी बढ़ रहा है. अदानी एंटरप्राइजेस, आई डोंट नो आज कहाँ पे. आई नेवर ट्रेड अदानी. एक बार मैं देख लेता हूँ अदानी में क्या चल रहा है. अदानी एंटरप्राइज चार्ट, ऑब्जर्व करिए चार्ट को सर. इसमें कभी सेल है ही नहीं. जब से इसने ब्रेकआउट दिया है, ऊपर रिवर्सल, ऊपर रिवर्सल, सेल है ही नहीं कोई. तो दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू नो कितना बैठना है ट्रेड के अंदर. बहुत अच्छा है ये टूल है. एनीवेज, मिलिंद सर बताइए.
Hi Devang. So can you please open HDFC Bank?
Where? Okay.
Yes.
HDFC Bank.
And yes. And can you please plot BB, Bollinger Band?
कौन सा 22? ठीक है चलो.
Same. Yes, standard. अच्छा, मुझे यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन ये था कि इन जनरल अपना जैसे रेगुलर बार चार्ट होता है, वहां पे ये बैंड एक्सपांड होता है, राइट? सो व्हाई द बैंड हैज नॉट एक्सपांडेड ओवर हियर?
ये हो जाएगा एक्सपैंड. ये मूवमेंट काफी जल्दी हुआ होगा. जल्दी हुआ ना काफी मूवमेंट, एक्सपैंड हो जाएगा. सो अगर मार्केट इज अगेन, तो आप वो एक्सपैंड अगर करना है, यू कैन गो टू स्मॉलर सेटिंग्स. 32 अगर फॉर एग्जांपल करता हूँ, ये देखिए ये थोड़ा एक्सपैंड कर रहा है. तो आप अगर अब जैसे यहाँ देखिए स्क्वीज दिख रहा है आपको.
करेक्ट.
ये ट्रेड है, यहाँ स्क्वीज हुआ, पॉइंट एंड फिगर सेल आया, ये ट्रेड बढ़िया था. सो ये ट्रेड्स को लेने हैं. तो अभी जैसे अभी आप थोड़ा नीचे गिर रहे हो, देयर इज स्टिल नो सेल इन पॉइंट एंड फिगर. देयर इज स्टिल नो. इट जस्ट सेज दैट यू केम टू अ हर्डल, you've come down, things are still fine. If again some market goes up and then again market comes down, then a sell happens. Or if market goes below 1340, then this is in serious trouble. So point and figure to an extent might not give you every single move. नहीं देगा आपको, but ये आपको बचाएगा भी बहुत.
Got it. अच्छा, one very trivial question, sorry. I can see that यहाँ पे the numbers means the months, right? So some months at the start of the say for example अभी
एक मिनट में हटा देता हूँ इसको.
Yeah, sure.
इसको मैं 10 हटा दूँ. हाँ जी सर.
हाँ, okay. So if we see the 5 month मई में जो बार बना है, तो वहाँ पे the 5 is at the top. But in same for the 7, but ये 8 या फिर ये 3 जो है, the number is in between. Does it have any significance?
समझाता हूँ. आप अगर नोटिस करेंगे ना सर, मई का हाई क्या था? 1400.
ओके.
तो मार्केट ऊपर जा रहा है, तो वो नीचे. तो ये मई 1 ही है. दिस इज मई 1.
यस.
तो हाई बना ना, वो मई 1 को ही बना है. तो जब हाई बना मई 1 का, वो हाई उसने एक्स नहीं दिखाया, 5 कर दिया. जब वो लेवल टच हुआ तो उसने फिर नीचे, उसको लेवल कभी आया नहीं. यहाँ पे 8 है, इसका मतलब है ये एक्स है, बट इन ड्यूरिंग द मतलब इन द स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द मंथ ब्रेकआउट हो चुका था. ये चक्कर है. सो just basically replace this by an X and an O. It's just that they are telling you on the 1st of the month what really happened.
Okay, got it. Yeah, thank you.
ठीक है.
And thanks a lot for all the sessions. Thank you very much.
Mr. Raghav. Raghav.
Hello.
हाँ जी.
हाँ जी सर.
Yes.
सर एक डाउट था कि जो ट्रेंड लाइन बन रही है,
हाँ,
तो आफ्टर जस्ट ये ब्रेक हो गई है, उसके बाद ये आगे कंटिन्यू नहीं कर सकते ना,
अगर
जैसे प्रीवियस वन
खत्म
रेड
हो
वाली है,
ये वाली कह रहे हो, खत्म होगी तो खत्म हो जाएगी, नो डन ओवर।
ओवर होगी, इसके बाद इसकी कोई इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं रहेगी।
हाँ खत्म है।
और इस ट्रेंड लाइन के नीचे भी सर बाय सिग्नल आ सकते हैं?
क्यों नहीं कर सकते, ये एक फिल्टर है सर आपके लिए। अब फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर मैं हूं, तो अब अगर लेट अस से नाउ HDFC बैंक गोज अप एंड इट गोज टू 15-20, तो मेरा ट्रेंड लाइन टूटेगा और बाई आ जाएगा, तो मैं वहां बाय कर लूंगा। सो दिस विल गिव यू मोर कंफर्मेशन। आप इसके नीचे भी वैसे कर सकते हो, नो प्रॉब्लम, बट जब ये टूटेगा फिर और दम के एग्रेसिव करना है, बिकॉज वो ट्रेंड का, अब ये मूव देखिए, ये दिख रहा है, ये लाइन थी ऐसे, राइट। अब टेक दिस एग्जांपल, आपका मैं डाउट क्लियर करता हूं। ये एक ट्रेंड लाइन अपने आप बन के आई है, बट मैंने क्या बताया था, ट्रेंड लाइन ब्रेक करना कुछ नहीं है, आपको उसके ऊपर एक्स देना है, याद है वो चीज?
यस सर, यस।
तो इसके ऊपर कभी एक्स तो आया नहीं, तो ट्रेंड लाइन माइट हैव ब्रोकन, बट इट इज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट, इट इज इनवैलिड, because I never got that triple top buy. Even in the next time when we thought the market again fell, again you came here, it never went above that. So कभी भी बाय नहीं कर सकते आप, चाहे ट्रेंड लाइन ने ब्रेकआउट दिया है, बट यहां पर अगर आप नोटिस करें, ट्रेंड लाइन ब्रेक करती है प्लस पॉइंट एंड फिगर बाय है, यहां पर एग्रेसिव बाय करना है। आप ऑब्जर्व करिए, मूव उतना बड़ा मिला आपको, ये डिफरेंस है।
ओके सर, ओके,
समझ के डाउट क्लियर है तेरा?
यस सर, यस, थैंक यू।
मिस्टर गोदवानी प्लीज।
हाय सर, कैसे हो आप सर?
बस बिल्कुल ठीक है सर, आप बताइए।
सर मेरा ये डाउट था कि जो 17700 के जो कॉल्स आपने बेचे थे मार्केट कैप अप होने पे, सर यू डिडंट स्क्वाट देम ऑफ, आपने वेट किया कि कुछ नीचे लॉस थोड़ा कम हो जाएगा तो बेचूंगा। तो सर इसका रीजन वही है कि पॉइंट एंड फिगर पे आपने 39500 देखा था कि उसके ऊपर
दैट इज वन थिंग, क्योंकि बैंक निफ्टी ना कल भी, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, बैंक निफ्टी कल भी उधर नहीं आ पाया। सेकेंड रीजन इज बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंस इन फ्यूचर एंड स्पॉट था, तो वो सस्टेन नहीं करता, समझ गए बात को, वो सस्टेन नहीं करता। थर्ड रीजन अगर मैं आपको और दे सकता हूं, वो ये है, कल आपकी बहुत बड़ी सेल ऑफ आई थी, ठीक है? आप अगर मेरा टेलीग्राम पर वॉइस नोट सुनेंगे ना, एक बार सुनना,
सुना है सर।
ये चीज डिस्कस करिए कि अगर मार्केट फ्लैट खुल के ये ब्रेक करेगा तो सेल है, अगर मार्केट गैप अप खुलेगा, मैंने एक वर्ड यूज किया, वोलेटाइल रहेगा। आप सुनना एक बार, वो इसलिए रहेगा बिकॉज मेरे जैसे लोग डर गए, जो लोगों ने शॉर्ट नहीं किया था वो एक बार शॉर्ट करेंगे, उनको तो करेंगे ना, क्योंकि उन्होंने इतना बड़ा मिस किया, दे विल से इतना मिस किया, अब तो शॉर्ट दोबारा करना है। सो कई लोग शॉर्ट करेंगे, कई लोग बाहर निकलेंगे, वॉलेटिलिटी बनेगा, इसीलिए आई गॉट अ बेटर प्राइस। ऑलरेडी विक्स काफी डाउन था जब मार्केट खुली थी, प्रीमियम वर डिकेइंग लाइक एनीथिंग, आई वेटेड ऑफ 15-20-30 मिनट एंड थिंग्स वर्कड आउट वेरी वेल, बट आई गॉट आउट अराउंड 100, तो मैंने अराउंड 15 पॉइंट तक का लॉस तभी भी लिया है, और मेरी क्वांटिटी थी 3000, तो मैंने अराउंड 45 के लॉस लिया है इसके ऊपर, बट आई गॉट इट टू 1.5 से 45, सो आई एम हैप्पी अबाउट इट। ठीक है
सर, ओपन तो सर गैप अप ही हुआ था थर्सडे को, एक्सपायरी डे पे
ओपन गैप अप हुआ था थर्सडे को क्या? तो
सर थर्सडे को आपके सर 17700 कॉल शॉर्ट्स थे, वेडनेसडे को
नहीं वेडनेसडे को नहीं थे, वो तो थर्सडे रात को लिए सर। मेरे
फ्राइडे को।
हाँ, आप मेरा एक बार वॉइस नोट सुनोगे, सारा क्लियर हो जाएगा, मैंने बहुत डिटेल में डिस्कस किया पॉइंट।
ओके सर, आप कोई आरएसआई फेलियर स्विंग जो आपने वर्ष में बताया था, उसका सर कोई एग्जांपल अभी दिखा सकते हैं ऑन स्क्रीन?
निफ्टी सर, निफ्टी में दे चुका हूँ आपको, तो लाइव बता रहा हूँ मैं आपको, मेरा आप लिखिए टेलीग्राम पर, लिखो आरएसआई फेलियर स्विंग, आपको दिखेगा लाइव, ये है आरएसआई फेलियर स्विंग, ये आपको लाइव दिखा रहा हूँ, ये लो एक सेकंड, दिस मार्केट फेल डाउन, दिस इज नॉट अ शॉर्ट, इट्स प्रॉफिट बुकिंग, आरएसआई का लो बना, उसके बाद ऊपर गया, ये फिर गिरा, तो आप ऑब्जर्व करेंगे जो हाई 60.4 का लो था, और इसने कल लो बनाया था 59.75, ये टूट चुका है, तो कहीं ना कहीं वीक हो चुका हुआ है, एंड इट्स फॉलन। आप नोटिस कर लेना, कल मार्केट गिर चुका होगा, तो ये है। तो आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट यू सर, मेरा फ्राइडे थर्सडे इवनिंग का वॉइस नोट, प्लस मैंने थर्सडे को ही एट 3 o'clock 3:30 लिखा है, आरएसआई निफ्टी फेलियर स्विंग एक्टिवेटेड लिखा हुआ है,
हाँ लिखा है सर, लिखा है सर।
तो उसके बाद भी मार्केट इतना बढ़ नहीं सकता, वो मेरी इतना मेरे को एक्सपीरियंस है। ठीक है, ओके चिन्मय जी, क्या हाल है सर, बताइए।
हेलो सर,
बस बढ़िया।
सर एक डाउट था कि अगर फॉर एग्जांपल आई हैव जस्ट पूरा एनालाइज किया पॉइंट एंड फिगर चार्ट, सो मैं कैसे इंटरप्रेट करूं कि मैं मुझे कैसा एंट्री लेना है अकॉर्डिंग टू आवर कैंडलस्टिक्स।
एग्जांपल दे देता हूँ। अब निफ्टी बैंक है, ठीक है।
हाँ।
अब मैं कोई और देता हूँ एग्जांपल, एक सेकंड। कोई स्टॉक का लेता हूँ, एक कोई स्टॉक का नाम बताइए सर। रिलायंस यार मेरे ख्याल टाइम पास ही मार रहा है यार। इसमें ना जो मैं दिखाता हूँ वो शायद है नहीं। एक मिनट और एग्जांपल दीजिए। तो मुझे सिग्नल देखना है। अब मे बी एल्केम लैब, आई थिंक इसमें आया हुआ है कोई। एक सेकंड, मैं कोई ना सिग्नल ढूंढ रहा हूँ, फाइंडिंग अ सिग्नल। ये भी ठीक है।
आईसीआईसीआई बैंक,
आईसीआईसीआई बैंक, उसमें सिग्नल नहीं मिलता ना, उसमें तो सिर्फ ट्रेलिंग एसएल मिलता है। ओके, अब वैसे ये एग्जांपल ले लो, ठीक है। ये ऑलरेडी शॉर्ट है। मान लो आपने शॉर्ट नहीं किया, आपको क्या दिखता है कि मार्केट इसका बेरिश है।
यस,
नेगेटिव ट्रेंड लाइंस आ रही हैं, एवरीथिंग इज कमिंग एंड यू आर सीइंग दैट ये 0 है 2850, मतलब ये सपोर्ट था। तो अगर मैं, मेरा रूल क्या होगा, दैट बिलो 2850 लॉन्ग तो करना ही नहीं है। व्यू बना लिया, ये व्यू है। मैं लॉन्ग तभी करूंगा इस स्टॉक में जब थोड़ा सा कुछ बुलिश दिखे। अभी तो है ही नहीं कुछ, ट्रेंड लाइन के नीचे है, तो लॉन्ग का सवाल अभी है नहीं। बॉटम फिश यहाँ पर करना नहीं है एंड 285 म्यूजियम शॉर्ट है। आप चले जाओ कैंडलस्टिक पे। अब एल्कम लैब का चार्ट खोलो, एल्कम लैब्स 2850 का उसका सपोर्ट है, वो यहाँ बना हुआ है, में बना हुआ है। तो अब बात बड़ी सिंपल है। अब आई एम नॉट सेइंग आप ये ट्रेड करो, बिकॉज़ आई डोंट नो कितना ये मूव करता है, बड़ा साइडवेज है। बट अब अगर मार्केट यहाँ पे खुल के इसके नीचे टूट जाती है तो आप शॉर्ट कर दो 2850 के नीचे, जब भी जाएगी। यू डोंट वांट इट, इसको और नीचे नहीं गिरना, थोड़ा भी गिरेगी तो आप शॉर्ट आपका बन जाएगा।
ओके। एंड सर वन मोर थिंग इज, मतलब जो ये जो सुपर ट्रेंड बोल रहे हैं आप अपना पॉइंट एंड फिगर में, वो इतना
ट्रेंड तो है ही नहीं कोई, मैं तो कोई यूज ही नहीं
किया। नहीं सर, इसमें पॉइंट एंड फिगर में जो आप ट्रेंड्स बोल रहे हैं, ट्रेंड लाइन, सॉरी।
हाँ, ट्रेंड लाइन।
हाँ, तो ये आप इतने जो बन रहे हैं तो दैट इज क्वाइट कंफ्यूजिंग। कहाँ पे वो बनेगा?
कंफ्यूजिंग नहीं है, वो बेसिकली ऐसा है, जो उनको लगता है ना मेजर टॉप है या मेजर बॉटम है, जहां से कोई बड़ा रिवर्सल आ रहा है, वो वहां ऑटोमेटिकली बना देगा लाइन।
ओके।
तो वो आपको ये बता रहा है कि इन द फ्यूचर यहाँ पे स्ट्रेस आ सकता है। और इन द फ्यूचर ऐसे निफ्टी की ट्रेंड लाइन नीचे की आ रही है, वहां पे बाइंग आ सकती है, वो बॉटम है मार्केट का, वो ये बता रहा है। अब जैसे ये लाइन है तो ये आपको बता रहा है कि इन द फ्यूचर यहाँ पे आएगा तो ये फंस सकता है, ये बता रहा है। अब यहाँ पर आप ऑब्जर्व करो, एग्जांपल देता हूँ, एल्कम लैब का चार्ट देखियो, देखो यहाँ पर आपको दिख रहा है बाय बना, राइट, और इसने यहाँ तक बाय दिया, तो आपको यहाँ पे निकलना है। क्यों? ये ट्रेंड लाइन है, ट्रेंड
का। ओके, हाँ।
दूसरी चीज, इसने ट्रेंड लाइन तोड़ा, बट आप बाय नहीं कर सकते हो बिकॉज इसने वो
सिग्नल नहीं दिया।
बस सही है, सही कर, परफेक्ट है।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सर।
सो एग्जांपल इन निफ्टी बैंक, इफ 39500 ब्रेक्स एनी डिप यू बाय, इंट्राडे में कोई भी डिप मिले बाय 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 बाय, ये चीज है।
ओके,
तो ये आपको एक
थैंक यू।
थैंक यू।
ओके, थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
अक्षत पटेल। अक्षत पटेल, ठीक है। अब विधि, आप बताइए विधि।
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Akshat, now.
Yes, my question is like open Nifty chart in point and figure.
Which chart?
Nifty daily, Nifty 50.
Okay, sir. बताओ.
Yeah, so should we play only breakouts or we can make range like in option selling when we get like a drastical move as recently we got?
Example दो अभी का, example दो.
Like अभी 16,500 से लेके 17,950 तक गया, ठीक है। वो उसके बाद लाइक छोटी छोटी रेंज में बन रहे हैं, जीरोज एंड क्रॉस। सो उसमें हम रेंज बना के काम कर सकते हैं, लाइक ब्रेकआउट और ब्रेकडाउन नहीं आते हैं तो।
मैं बोलूंगा ऐसा मत करो, बिकॉज द पर्पस ऑफ पॉइंट एंड फिगर इज नॉट टू डू रेंज ट्रेडिंग, राइट? इट इज टेलिंग यू वन थिंग, ऑन द फेस ऑफ इट आपको क्या दिखा रहा है? 18,000 रेजिस्टेंस, 17 निफ्टी सपोर्ट, तो ये तो रेंज बन गया आपका। ये तो आपका बन गया। तो ये ऐसे आप कर सकते हो, या आप ये कर सकते हो, अब मान लो ये ट्रेंड लाइंस थी, अब ये वाला मुझे ट्रेंड भी याद है, तो आप ये कह सकते हो अगर आपने करनी है सेलिंग तो यार इस लेवल के पुट शॉर्ट कर दो, इसके कॉल शॉर्ट कर दो, ये भी कर सकते हो।
ओके
बट आई विल ऑलवेज से वो रेंज वाला काम में ना हमारे इसके ऊपर टूल्स बहुत हैं, बॉलिंगर बैंड हो गया, ATR हो गया, वो टूल्स बहुत हैं। बेटर ये रहेगा कि आप उसको यूज करो टू फाइंड आउट कब कोई मूवमेंट बड़ा आ रहा है जो इंपॉर्टेंट है, जो हम लोग मिस कर देते हैं ऑन प्राइस एक्शन चार्ट।
हाँ
ये है।
ओके थैंक यू।
इसमें मतलब पेशेंस बहुत आपकी टेस्ट होती है, वे जो आप बड़ा अच्छा चैट पे लिखे हैं यथार्थ ने, इसमें पेशेंस आपकी टेस्ट होगी और वो सिग्नल देगा कुछ नहीं आपको, फॉर मे बी ये लेवल टूटे ना कभी, शायद मार्केट का खुलती गैप डाउन ऊपर भाग जाए, ये लेवल टूटे ना, बट जब ये टूटेगा ना तो फिर ये भी आधा नीचे भी आ जाएगा। तो ये ऐसा है टूल है विच विल गिव यू द ट्रेड ऑफ योर लाइफ और ट्रेड ऑफ द मंथ बेसिकली।
ओके अंडरस्टूड।
हाँ बेसिकली देखो एक चीज रैंडम बताता हूँ, ये नई चीज है आप लोगों के लिए। एनीथिंग दैट यू लर्न न्यू पहले 5-6 टाइम उसको ऑब्जर्व करो, मतलब फाइंड योर सिग्नल्स एंड सिट एंड ऑब्जर्व। वंस यू गेट अंडरस्टैंडिंग देन ट्रेड, you automatically see what I'm talking about. Vidhi.
Hi sir.
Anji.
What time frame should I use for intraday purpose, like in Nifty and Bank Nifty? Nothing else. For intraday purpose, what time frame should I use just for observing?
For now, what we will do is we will use daily on point and figure and use those entries on intraday and our candlestick chart.
Okay.
Example, 350 का लेवल ब्रेक किया, then we will look for some any selling kind of entry here. ये आप सोच के चलो ये आपका है कट ऑफ। अगर इसने सेल बोल दिया तो कैंडल स्टिक पे एनी रैली शॉर्ट, अगर इसने लॉन्ग बोल दिया कैंडल स्टिक पे एनी 15 मिनट डिप बाय, ऐसा सोचो आप।
Okay. Also, and
please.
I want you to check that the fall that came on Thursday, like what it said on the point and figure chart, जो बैंक निफ्टी में fall था वो।
कुछ भी नहीं, I think कुछ भी नहीं आया होगा।
Can you verify? Okay.
कुछ भी नहीं आया होगा, because छोटा फॉल था, 500-600 पॉइंट का फॉल बैंक निफ्टी के लिए कुछ भी नहीं है। ये देखिए वो बेसिकली देयर इज नो इम्पैक्ट। ये जो ओज है ना ये पहले हो चुके हैं, आई थिंक मंडे को मार्केट जब गिरा था कुछ था वो तब वो आ चुका है, उसके बाद देयर इज नो डिफरेंस इन द चार्ट बिकॉज वी आर करंटली इन insignificant territory on bank nifty. So what I can tell you is this: 38,000, 39,500 is a range. Any level that comes first you trade in that direction. If you get 38k lower levels you short, if you go 39,500 plus you long, below between that join your hands and sit down. Why I am saying it, you know it very well. Go to bank nifty chart 15 मिनट, आप ऑब्जर्व करिए मार्केट आपके साथ क्या मजाक कर रहा है। मेरे को पता है ना, मैं हर रोज ट्रेड करता हूं, मेरे को पता है ये चीजों से बचने के लिए ही पॉइंट एंड फिगर चार्ट है।
Okay, understood sir.
So ऐसा है। तो अब आपका बड़ा सिंपल रूल है, इवन ऑन द टेक्निकल चार्ट यही तो दिखाता है कि 38,000 आपका एक लेवल है जो लोअर था, अगर ये लेवल टूट गया तो आपका क्या हो जाएगा डेली चार्ट पे, डबल टॉप। सोच के देखना, ऑन योर डेली चार्ट यू विल गेट डबल टॉप एंड डबल। फॉर ऑल माय पीपल हु नो प्राइस एक्शन, प्लीज अग्री yes or no on the chat with me. I am trying to show you a trade. If bank nifty goes below 38,000 it gives you double top. Why? It's a lower top plus RSI failure swing will take place, that is my guarantee. You have confirmation plus your signals over here will start to get activated. It's time for you to look for sell side signals. ये मैं कह रहा हूँ. So that is how I combine everything.
Okay sir, understood. Thank you so much.
हाँ जी. समीर जी बताइए प्लीज। समीर आपका डाउट है? कोई बात नहीं, बाद में ले लेते हैं। ओमकार पवार।
हाय सर, हाउ आर यू?
ऑल वेल सर, ऑल वेल।
ओके सर, पॉइंट एंड फिगर चार्ट्स के ऊपर तो कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है, अगर एक दो बार वीडियो देख लूंगा तो पूरा क्लियर हो जाएगा।
ठीक है।
मुझे बस यही पूछना था, आप सुपर ट्रेंड कौन सा यूज करते हो जो मैग्नेट लेवल के लिए?
मैं बताना नहीं चाहता, मेरी वीडियोस में लिखा हुआ है, देख लेना।
अच्छा।
आज अगर तेरे को बताऊंगा ना ओमकार, मैं तेरे को एक रियलिटी देता हूँ। अगर तू मेरी वीडियो गौर से देखेगा ना थर्सडे की, उसमें तेरे को वैल्यू दिख जाएगी। बट अगर मैंने तेरे को आज उसके अंदर हैंड होल्ड कर दिया तो तू उसको यूज करेगा बाई सेल करने के लिए, तेरे को भी उसकी एप्लीकेशन आती नहीं है। सो मैं आपको ये रेकमेंड करूंगा, वो कोई मैजिक नहीं है सर, वो कोई मैजिक नहीं है। अगर तुझे नहीं भी पता ना वो चीज, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा। ठीक है, बट अदरवाइज
ठीक है सर।
आई यूज 14 and 1। बाकी तेरे लिए है, बट आई विल स्टिल से कोई उसमें जादू नहीं है। उसके ऊपर मेरे 4 घंटे के लेक्चर हैं, फिर वो चीज समझ आती है। तो आप उसको बैक टेस्ट करना है, देखो अपना कुछ बनाना है बनाओ, बट वी विल लीव दैट फॉर अनदर डे।
ओके सर, एज पर आवर डिस्कशन मैंने ऑप्शन सेलिंग की है पेपर ट्रेडिंग, तो अच्छी जा रही है।
आपने 30-40 किए दिखाए मेरे को, मैं देखा।
हाँ सर बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, वो जो पेपर ट्रेडिंग की है ना मैंने, वो अच्छी जा रही है मेरी।
तो एंड ऑफ द डे तेरे को समझ सारी थी, इट वाज जस्ट दैट तेरा इंस्ट्रूमेंट गलत था, समझ तेरे को सारी है।
बराबर,
आप वही गो इन दैट रूट ओनली।
ओके सर, जो आपने बुक बोला ना रोहित कटवाल का, आपके पास पीडीएफ है क्या उसकी?
नहीं है मेरे पास,
अदरवाइज में
या मेरे को ना लोग मेरे मेंबर भेज देते हैं, मैं उनसे मांग लेता हूँ। बट मेरे को आई थिंक एक साइट है पीडीएफ ड्राइव, उस पे मिलता है, बट आई डोंट नो इंडियन बुक्स मिलते
हैं। सर मैंने देखा, वो नहीं है, इंडियन बुक नहीं है वो।
मेरे को अपना एड्रेस भेज दे, मैं
बाय कर लूंगा।
मुझे अपना एड्रेस भेज, मैं तेरे को भिजवा दूंगा, डोंट वरी। ठीक है
थैंक यू
जतिन।
यस, हैव अ गुड डे सर।
थैंक यू जतिन।
क्वेश्चन इज रिलेटेड टू सीएमटी।
सर बताओ। आयु जतिन
मैं हाँ सोलंकी है।
आप मेरे को इसके बाद ना एक 3:30 बजे फोन करना है। आई एम सॉरी आई वोंट कॉल टॉक टू यू। बताओ प्लीज। हाँ जी।
एक्चुअली अभी मैं जस्ट 12th पास हुआ हूँ। मैं अभी बीएससी बॉम्बे स्टॉक एक्सचेंज से एडमिशन किया है, बीएमएस इन कैपिटल